it's tough,
Good
isn't
score.
it? It's a nightmare to start off your World Finals without picking up any points, but to not even score a goal along the way, that's going to be a big blow, I think, to Huda.
Well, yeah, I mean, let's talk in both sides. In Group B, that 1-1 between Anas and Tennessee. I think at the end of the day, it's not that bad considering they were the favorites in that Group B. So everything's still open against the last match they're going to play against Ding, the Chinese player. On the other hand, Group A, that lost mostly than the points or the score itself. It's not the feeling that you get from the desk, you know, from the stage. Like you haven't barely created any good chance. You lost completely the feeling. And you are scared now till the next match because you are not sure enough if your formation is working, if yourself is on fire today. So you need sometimes those buys, maybe a post or a great chance to say, all right, it's not that bad. I'm back on track. But yeah, I mean, it's difficult. I mean, it's not a right situation right now for Huda, but well, still first game. I mean, they have competed many times, Harry. They know what it's been in that situation before. Obviously, it's a world final. It's a different story, but these young guys are made different. You know, that our generation, those handle this pressure in a different way, and they sometimes feel like they are not there. They are like in their comfort zone somewhere. When we feel the pressure, we feel the nerve to be in front of the camera with the lights, and now, well, it's amazing to be honest.
Yeah, we see it a lot from some of the
group कतिको म्याच हुँदै हो अहिले ब्याक गएर हेर्दिम है एकलट
chances to talk about that a little bit more because I believe we have our people on the stage ready to pick some of the players' brains. I believe we have Sugiyama and Kate over there. Guys, what's
नेपाल कसरी क्वालिफाई भयो मिजु रे त्यही हो eFootball च्याम्पियनशिप ओपन क्वालिफिकेसनमा जे होस् हाम्रो त्यो वेस्ट सर्भर वेस्ट एसियाको वेस्ट सर्भर भन्छ साउथ एसिया अनि वेस्ट एसियाहरुको चाहिँ दाइले चाहिँ र्याङ्किङमा अलि धेरै ल्याइदिनु भएको थियो त्यही भएर हो
Let's have Huda and Gege over here then.
को यो गीत गाउन आइया
Am I going to be going over there for the interview? Okay. Let's go.
Match 1 भयो भर्खर match 1 भइराछ Bro, are you here tournament? No, I am not there, brother.
Mate, congratulations on
our Nepali brother, one of our Nepali brother is playing there today. So we are here for the support. Division ranking ki केमा मिजु हैन eFootball championship open qualifier भन्ने छुट्टै आउँछ हो त्यसमा चाहिँ उहाँले टप हान्नु भएको थियो त्यही भएर टप भन्नाले टप र्याङ्किङ हान्नु भएको थियो त्यही भएर हाम्रो दाइ छिर्नु भयो के हुँदै हो आज eFootball होल च्याम्पियनशिप 2025 हुँदै हो मिजु टोकियोमा आज भइराछ अनि हाम्रो नेपाली दाइ हुनुहुन्छ KillerM12 रजत बुढा थोकी दाइ अनि सपोर्ट हान्दिम भनेको भनेर यसो आइदिएको तर नेपालमा स्पोर्ट्स ग्रो गर्नुपर्छ मिजु त्यही भएर नि यसो हल्का रमाइलो नेपाली दाइ छिर्नु भएको छ होल च्याम्पियनशिपमा हैन हाम्रो लागि प्राउड मोमेन्ट त्यही भएर सपोर्ट दिन आएको
Excellent. Good luck with your next fight too then. Thank you. A formidable superstar from Huda then, from Gege then.
L7 मा र हुदाको म्याच हुँदै रहेछ त इन्डोनेसिया भर्सेस कुन देश हो भियतनाम यो होस्ट त सारै राम्रै छ त
Okay, Okay, both of you guys and super stuff now. So Tendency, talk us through your first match and how was it then?
eSports को बारेमा नेपालीहरुलाई खासै आइडिया छैन यार रे भर्खर ग्रो हुँदै हो अब हुन्छ बिस्तारै
He's talking to us about, to start off with and through the match, he had the possession, he looked good, but at the crucial point, and their keeper, made some crucial
उयन रहेछ त्यो के रे यो आर्सेनलको यसको नामै बिर्से यार यो खतरा हो के यो प्लेयर अब 2 गेम पछि छ दाइको म्याच रे हो र
Yeah, just got to be clinical.
के पो थिएन
Let's have some words from Amasa. Kate, would you like to interview Amasa?
दाइको नि म्याच आउनु लागेछ त ल
So, how are you
हेर्नु पर्छ
feeling after your first match of the day?
I'm not feeling good, honestly, because I didn't play well. But I will try, inshallah, to focus on the next game to get a win. Yeah.
Awesome. And what is your plan for your next matches going forward? Do you have any kind
मुर्खको
of trick you want to try?
अनि कन्सोलहरुको गेम चाहिँ के भएको छ
First match and
यो र मिनबापे त बबाल मिनबापे छ यस उ त्यसमा यस ई फुटबल च्याम्पियनशिपमा हैन उ त्यसमा चाहिँ खेल्छ त्यसले फिफा ई फुटबलको वर्ल्ड कपमा चाहिँ खेल्छ 1 भर्सेस 1 गरौँ दाइरे हैन वाच पार्टी भइराछ कस्तो 1v1 हो आज वाच पार्टी भने आज ई फुटबल च्याम्पियनशिप भइराछ हाम्रो नेपाली दाइको अनि यो चाहिँ अब वर्ल्ड कप जस्तै हो क्या हाम्रो लागि चाहिँ यसो रमाइलो गर्न आएको 1 भर्सेस 1 कुनै दिन हान्नु पर्छ अब इंग्लिश बुझेन छ क्या हो 18 के रे यो
I will try some trick from Havertz. Yeah.
खतरा हाँस्छ
He's a strong guy.
Yeah, he's strong. With his finishing is amazing. Yeah.
Super stuff there.
Yeah, super stuff.
Good luck there.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Should we have the
यो
results?
कपिराइट चाहिँ लाग्छ कि लाग्दैन के हो मैले त मलाई पुरै हान्दै युट्युबकै देखाइदिएको
Oh, okay, so we're not doing that. Okay, then. Okay, let's have a look at our results. Thank
हाम्रो
you,
गेम
guys.
10 बजे रहेछ हैन
Cheers.
हाम्रो
So,
नेपाली
could
दाइको
we
गेम
have the results then, please, on display, if okay.
ए कहिले गर्ने हो त अनि अब हुन्छ चाँडै
Hi. Just
के कस्तो भयो ग्रुप स्टेजको म्याचहरु यसो सरर हेर्दिम
Executed completely attacking defense, which is an impressive player with FC Barcelona. Anas.
कन्सोलहरुको गेम भइसक्यो
Here
हो
we go. Let's have a look at that then. Then, you know, obviously the time's going to be deferring according to the schedule, but then you got Huda, Lemur,
KillerM12 भर्सेस
my gosh, this is a whole
ब्रु
array
JXMKT
of
थाइल्यान्डको छ त
absolute
हाम्रो त फर्स्ट म्याच
beauty.
थाइल्यान्डसँग
You know, God, I just cannot wait.
13:40 पो भनेको 10 बजेर 29 मिनेट
Yes, I just want to give a massive shout out to all those watchers from all over the world. Can you just imagine?
I
mean,
know.
people from Europe.
Alrighty.
10 बजे रहेछ साढे
Yes, thank you. Stop.
This year. Let's take a look at those matchups.
ग्रुप बी को म्याच
Huda
हुँदैछ
played
अब
with AS so far. They are doing so nicely in international events before
Carlinos.
these World finals, and obviously they have the experience, they have the background too. Why not become world
Tensui
champion
LC
in
ma.
this world this year? Let's take a look at those matchups. Huda playing with AC Milan, Gege with FC J League. The strength of the teams are quite
This year compared to previous.
that with the latest addition of the
Well, thanks to Sukiyama and Kate, won that international.
को यो 3 गोल हान्दैछ त फर्स्ट गेममै
He will
म्याच
win
1 मा
that for Huda. Where does our Milan Huda after
SBGG
that kind of performance? Because it's horrible to start off your world finals with that kind of result.
No, definitely. We see the
ल
stats.
हाम्रो नेपाली
Goal
दाइको
shot
नि
for
आउँदैछ
Gege,
अब
3 goals as well to mention,
10
the
बजेतिर स्टार्ट हुन्छ
efficiency of
होला
his
दाइको
chances
चाहिँ
putting it over the net.
किलर
And
M12 दाइको
that's what the world finals require him to win.
भोलि हो यार फाइनल आज
It's
ग्रुप
tough, isn't
स्टेज
it?
म्याचहरु
It's
रे
a nightmare to
For obviously way, and they sometimes feels like they are
whomever it may be that I can get it done.
नेपाल
That's, I
नेपालको
think, the
फ्ल्याग
mentality
हान्दै
you
हुनुहुन्छ
have to have
मिन्छहरू
as
ल
world finals.
लभली है लभली
at the end of the day. We always say for the players, it's right to have plan A, plan B when you face such an important opportunity as is the world finals, but at the end the players have their own game style, have their tactics that you cannot easily change it, no, from one week to another. They came here playing their style, playing this team as well, so they have to follow whatever they bring them to the competition. It's also important to mention that when we are in such a important
दाइ तपाई पनि जापान जानु भएको हो रे हैन यार हाम्रो किलर M12 दाइ हुनुहुन्छ PS Napoleon ग्रुपको एडमिन दाइले चाहिँ नेपाल रिप्रेजेन्ट गर्दै हुनुहुन्छ किलर M12 दाइ एके रजत बुढाथोकी दाइले चाहिँ हाम्रो नेपाल नेसनल नेपाललाई रिप्रेजेन्ट हान्दै हुनुहुन्छ इन्टरनेसनली त्यही भएर यसो सपोर्ट गरिदिउँ भनेर आइदिएको चिन्नुहुन्छ पर्सनली चाहिँ चिना छैन जो एक दुई खेप चाहिँ लोकल टुर्नामेन्टहरुमा भिडेको छु ओपी हुनुहुन्छ दाइ लोकल भन्नाले त्यो मोबाइलको उयो ग्रुपहरुमा हुँदैन सानतिनो टुर्नामेन्टहरु त्यस्तो पर्सनली चाहिँ चिनेको छैन दाइको अब त्यस्तो खासै हिस्ट्री थाहा छैन जस वान अफ द बेस्ट प्लेयर भन्नुहुन्छ नेपालको प्रायले
giving too much and then falling by the wayside.
No, definitely. It's like it's too much pressure the day what they feel.
अनि आज गेम नखेल्ने गेममा हैन अब आज यस दाइहरुको गेम हेर्ने आज eFootball च्याम्पियनशिप हेर्ने गेम अहिले भरे खेल्नु पर्छ
Each player is a different world. The way they handle the nerves coming up to the competition. Even today, most of them have to wake up early in the morning, and I would say they are not really comfy on that. But this esports is the highest competition, long day one. Have 2 days group stage, and we just have started the day, so pretty privileged to be part of it.
यो eFootball च्याम्पियनशिप दाइको म्याच हेर्ने सबभन्दा मेन चाहिँ हाम्रो किलर M12 दाइको दाइ टुर्नामेन्ट विन गर्यो भने के हुन्छ दाइ प्राइज कति होला अरे प्राइज ठ्याक्कै चाहिँ कति हो चाहिँ थाहा भएन तर धेरै नै छ भन्थ्यो टन्ने होला नि यार यत्रो अनि एउटा वर्ल्ड कप जस्तै भनौँ न यो त eFootballको
really got you hooked with this franchise?
टन्ने होला नि आम्मामा जित्नेहरुलाई
I always like bringing that up whenever I can. It's a long time ago now, but
we can create a podcast only talking about it. It's the game of my life. It's the game which I grew up with, remembering Pro Evolution Soccer 2, watching my brothers, my cousins playing together.
कमेन्ट्री मात्रै हानेर बस्दा खै त म्याचै स्टार्ट हुँदैन भर्खर एउटा म्याच सुरु भएछ हैन एउटा सकिएछ
You know what I mean, because I was really small at that age. But to be honest, it's been part of it. The person I am right now is thanks to this video game, traveling around the world, playing competition, meeting fantastic people. That you have been through those many years. And at the end of the day, video games, footballs is everything connected, and
participate गर्नेलाई 1 लाख प्लस छ रे हो र पार्टिसिपेट मात्रै हुनेलाई 1 लाख प्लस जित्नेलाई झन् कति होला त तर त्यो फिफाहरुको टुर्नामेन्ट भन्दा EAFC हरुको टुर्नामेन्ट भन्दा चाहिँ अलि कम रहेछ उनीहरुले त कति पाउँदै मिलियनमा
from taking your chances on an offensive side of things, which is when I first started commentating mobile a few years ago. Now it's more about how well can you defend? How good is your defensive work rate? And I think we've seen that so far, at least on the
commentary मात्रै देखको हुँदैछ त यिनीहरुले त खै त म्याचै स्टार्ट हुँदैन ग्रुप बी को नि सुरु भएको छैन हामी त झन् ग्रुप डी मा छौ यार हाम्रो दाइ नेपाली दाइ किलर M12 दाइ
he survived that onslaught in the opening 20 minutes, was able to survive everything else that Huda threw at him and came out on top. It's really cool to see the esport kind of revolutionize in front of our very eyes.
The important at this level, Harry, to take the lead is massive because they know in advance that they are really close to each other, and they know how important it is to take the lead and put that pressure to your opponent. Because we are really good when we play in our sofa, when we are leading, but you need to come back in a world final stage, man. The pressure, the nerves coming up, and that's not easy, And we always say that the best players at the end of the day are the ones who dominate the defense and the ones able to perform back then at the stage with the light, because we are human beings, and it's difficult to perform under the pressure, and it's part of the life, and that's why there is only a unique number of players who are able to perform
Nepal
twice or 3 times becoming multiple times world champion, because that's not easy.
It's not easy at all. We have a couple of people, of course, on the console platform that are kind of pushing towards that. Of course, we saw Maya Gecko win last year. He would love to add another.
What a lovely moment, After a long career, being able to I mean, I was competing with him many years, and he doesn't look like to be closer at that age to become world champion. And last year he made it. I mean,
out of nowhere.
That was a fantastic emotion for all we, and you know, that's esports, no? At the end, you never know. Also, this year he had a hard time in personal stuff, and everything looks like he wasn't able to qualify.
गफ मात्रै हानेर बस्दो रहेछ यिनीहरु त म्याचै सुरु गर्दैन.
It's his favorite time of the year. It is. Of course, elsewhere on
ब्रदर कहाँदेखि हो नि? म त KTM बाट हो यार.
9th appearance of a Torito coming out the World Finals. Just remember,
हुनु चाहिँ दोलखा हो अनि KTM. KTM नजिकै हो भने भेट्दियौँ केटाहरु हैन. चियासे खाइदियौँ, नि फुटबल खेल्दियौँ हो. रमाइलो हल्का रमाइलो.
Then 2011 becoming world champion at the age of 14. And from then, today, 12 years later, able to qualify for the 9th time. A guy who has won 3 world championships and is still hungry for more, Harry, because it's complicated. You know? So he's from my age, and he's still having that passion to compete, to prove he's the best in the world, and obviously, this weekend, have the chance to.
Yeah, was it 6 years ago? Was it 2019? His last World Finals? Yeah, so it's been a little while since we've seen Ettore take the stage. Of course, that's on the console side of things. On mobile, Rentao last year was able to lift the trophy. That was an amazing moment. Of course, we've seen the accolades and the award ceremonies. We've seen him go to.
हामी त पूर्वदेखि परिम रे हो र. Shout out to पूर्वको केटाहरुलाई.
For this year's World Finals, which just speaks to the level of mobile at the moment.
We definitely can call it the course.
Oneलाई कति हो यो? $20,000 भने त आम्बो धेरै होला है.
Won this world championship, not qualifying to the 24th
edition. Secondलाई $8,000. Third group fourthलाई $4,000.
Who knows? I mean,
fifth देखि 8लाई $2,000 भनेपछि त $20,000 भने कति हो केटा?
Well, it looks like there is just a slight technical
16 त हुने 9 देखि 16 750 पार्टिसिपेट मात्रै भयो नि $750 आउने रहेछ त.
World Championship 2025.
I don't go too far.
$20,000 भने कति हो यार फर्स्ट प्राइज? आमा मलाई थाहा भएन नेपालीमा कति हुन्छ. आमा टोकियो त नि. सिनखानसेन त कुदिरहेछ त उ. पुट्टुङटुङ. खै म्याच चाहिँ देखाउँदैन यो के देखाएर बस्छ यार. घरि बुलेट ट्रेन देखाउँछ हो, घरि केटी देखाउँछ यार. म्याच पो हेर्न आएको हामी. 27 लाख जति विनरलाई रे. आम्मामाम त्यत्रो. नाइट बर्ड कडा रे. नाइट बर्ड त त्यस्तै हो, चार्जमा हुन्छ हाम्रो. नाइट बर्डले त रिमुभ हानिदिन्छ है केटाहरू. त्यहाँ क्याप्सनमा लेख्नुहुन्न अनि त्यही भएर. टोकियो टावर. के हो आज स्पेशल? आज भनेको हाम्रो eFootball च्याम्पियनशिप हुँदैछ. टोकियोमा भइरहेछ eFootball च्याम्पियनशिप 2025. अनि हाम्रो नेपाली दाइ नै हुनुहुन्छ नेपाललाई रिप्रेजेन्ट गर्दै. त्यही भएर सपोर्ट गर्न आएको हामी KillerM12 दाइ, रजत बुढाथोकी दाइलाई. एनी नेपाली पार्टिसिपेट हुनुहुन्छ यार. KillerM12 दाइ हुनुहुन्छ, रजत बुढाथोकी. त्यो थम्बनेलमा भएको दाइ नै हो. अहिले ग्रुप डी मा हुनुहुन्छ हाम्रो दाइ चाहिँ. अब 1-2 गेम पछि दाइको म्याच हो. द यो त के देखाएको हो ल? म्याच चाहिँ देखाउँदैन. हान्नु पर्यो सपोर्ट. लभली हो कि क्या होला. यतिको सपोर्ट चाहिँ चाहिन्छ है हाम्रो दाइहरूलाई, अनि नेपाली दाइहरूलाई. त्यही सपोर्ट हान्नु लागेको हामी पनि. सेकेन्डलाई 6 लाख रे. थर्ड फोर्थलाई 3 लाख. फर्स्टलाई चाहिँ 27 लाख. प्राइस त ठिकै हो. यति त अलि कम हो हुनु त, तर ठिकै हो. तर अति कम रहेछ त्यो फिफाहरूको भन्दा चाहिँ. फिफा EAFC हरूको भन्दा चाहिँ. डिभाइस मेरो सोनी एक्सपेरिया हो यार खोइ त ल यो म्याच पो देखाउनु भन्दा के को एडभर्टाइजमेन्ट देखाउँछ यार अरु गेम भन्दा त थोरै हो रे अति थोरै रहेछ प्राइज टोकियो टावर देखाएको देखाइछ तैदी घरि कमेन्ट्री मात्रै देखाउँछ माका कतिवटा गेम भयो भर्खर दुईटा भयो हैन एउटा हो कि दुईटा
Well, thank you for bearing with us. We said it would be a very short break, and I'm glad to say we fixed some of the technical issues on the stage, Alex, which means we get to enjoy the reason that we're all here. It's more
eFootball commentary फेरि अब 5-10 मिनेट हुने होला
Football Championship 2025. It's the World Finals. We have our matchup over here. And well, enjoyed as a goal goes in. That is amazing. It is Dyiki against Lemur, and it is the man from Japan who fires into the lead.
Now perfect timing to come back to the live stream. What a pass, through pass to Rafael Leao. The main car for this AC Milan is Dyiki taking the lead. And so important it is right before the halftime now. Lima, the man from Morocco.
क्या म्याच पनि सिधै बिचबाट देखाइदिरहेछ
because you know the Japanese is looking good today on this group stage, Group A.
कसको परिरह्यो यो
As you said, Alex, just moments from half time as we join this game. And Dyiki into the lead.
I was watching the game a little bit before connect, and then suddenly we connect, boom, a goal. It's pretty amazing. When now 1 minute added on by the referee, and will be the last chance for Dyiki, for Loftucci connecting with Santiago Jimenez. No.
Well, there is the half-time whistle between Dyiki and Lima.
Zero shot छ त
It is 1-0 between our two men taking
First match को highlight होला
in the arena here in Shibuya. And what a big win this would be. We were saying earlier.
कति मिनेटको हुँदै रहेछ यिनीहरुको 6 मिनेटको मात्रै हुँदै रहेछ है एकैछिनमा सक्दै रहेछ गेम
for quite some time. And we're seeing emerging talents across the board, and one of them is well on the floor in front of us
कस्तो हुन्छ होला के प्रेसर के आमा
खेल्दै and he was really passionate. I was talking with him in the breakfast yesterday, and how big opportunity is for him being here in Tokyo. But now has to react. This is the competition. This is the main task for the players coming up to Japan, to Tokyo, to perform and to get first into the knockouts. Rafael Leao,
lovely handle there for offside. 1-2 the lovely handle there.
It is indeed. I think it's ruled out.
Yes, offside.
So the celebration's muted for now. It is just 1-0. That goal ruled out for offside.
लेभलै छुट्टै हुँदैन रहेछ उनीहरुको अनि
So nice to watch Dyiki with that. Yokohama Marinos representative taking on here at the World Finals using that towel to dry their hands.
Barcelona को इभेन्ट को विनर र AC Milan को इभेन्ट को विनरहरु हो क्या विनरहरु
completely different than on the controller that we use also on console. Anyway, the good thing on eFootball that you can practically do the same resources in eFootball mobile console, and that's wonderful to see and to practice.
त्यो ठ्याक्कै उयो देखाउनु नि यहाँ क्याम क्या पहिला चाहिँ फेसहरु ठक ठक देखाउँदै छ साइडमा
second half from Lima.
आमा टरिस्टिजन आइराछ हौ हामी
Really? Oh my goodness, I was suffering if he lose the ball or something. Misclick or not on the setup of Lima. Now Frankie de Jong connecting with Ferran Torres. There's a cheeky pass to Lewandowski. Oh. What a save! Great chance so far for Lima, responding,
shit, man,
but not enough. And now the counter coming up. Rafael Leao, the through ball to Loftus-Cheek. Marc-André ter Stegen quickly going over.
त्यो र्याङ्किङ कहिलेदेखि ओपन भएको थियो र यो दाइले खेलेको त्यो ठ्याक्कै अप्रिलमा हैन जनवरी फेब्रुअरी मार्च अप्रिलमा ओपन भएको थियो अप्रिल
For him, Dyiki has won the ball back, and every time he does so, there seems to be passing lanes. Jimenez, Musa, those two combining near side.
अप्रिलको त्यो सेकेन्ड विकतिर ओपन भएको थियो मैले नि खेल्न पाएन
Just outside the box
एक
here,
दिन त
twisting
ओपन
for
भएको थियो
no
जम्मा
pressure, and there is finally the ball in the hands of Mark ter Stegen.
यस्तो हो क्या यी फुटबल च्याम्पियनसिपमा चाहिँ तपाईको 2-3 थरीले छिर्नु मिल्छ क्या एउटा अब क्लब इभेन्टहरु हुन्छ हैन त्यो बार्सिलोनाहरुको अनि एसी मिलानहरुको हुँदैन त्यो क्लब इभेन्ट इन्टर मिलानहरुको त्यहाँको च्याम्पियन भएर तपाई रिजनल फाइनल खेलेर छिर्नु पाउनु भएन अर्को भन्या चाहिँ ड्रीम टिम लिएर त्यो ओपन च्याम्पियनशिप हुन्छ क्या हो त्यहाँबाट छिर्नु पाउनुहुन्छ अर्को चाहिँ
Certainly has a focal point for every one of his attacks. There seems to be a lot more space and avenues in which he wants to run through. The man on the right-hand side of your screen.
Time for the last substitution. Let's see. Normally in the
April को 5 मा थियो लास्ट क्वालिफाई ठ्याक्कै खेल्नै पाएन यार मैले अर्को पाली ट्राई हान्छु है हो कि क्या यो ग्रुप बी को हरु हैन यिनीहरु
So a big 15 in-game minutes here in Group A.
टिम दुवै जनाको सेम हुन्छ कि ड्रीम टिमको आफ्नै स्क्वाड युज गर्ने हो ओपन क्वालिफायरबाट छिरेकोहरुले चाहिँ आफ्नै टिम युज गर्न पाउँछ अनि अब यो क्लब इभेन्टहरुबाट छिरेकोहरुले चाहिँ मानिलियौं बार्साको क्लब इभेन्टबाट छिरेकोहरुले चाहिँ बार्साकै प्लेयरहरु युज गर्ने त्यस्तै लाग्यो त्यही गरिरहेछ यिनीहरुले बार्साको मात्रै खेलिरहेछ पेड्री हैन लोपेज भन्ने बार्साको हैन पाउ भिक्टर भन्ने बार्साको यो चाहिँ यिनीहरुले यो ग्रुप बी को म्याच भइरा होला सायद
could not get his strike away cleanly, was always on the turn, and it's cleared up the pitch by Dyiki. 2 minutes added on.
It will be the last chance. I won't be for Lima. It will be for Dyiki, the Japanese.
But last minute.
No way! Passed it to the corner.
They even lead my race.
It's full time between Dyiki and Lima. A 1-0 victory. For Dyiki sees him secure his first 3 points here in Group A. Wow. I'm glad we got to see that one, Alex, because as soon as we joined, we saw the goal. And then from then on, it was just a game of tug and war, wasn't it? We saw Lima trying to get himself back in.
No, definitely. I mean, I was seeing the game
आफ्नै प्लेयरहरु तर त्यो बार्साकै युज गरिरहेछ त्यो एसी मिलानकोले एसी मिलानकै प्लेयरहरु भन्नाले यो त्यो डिफल्ट टिम चाहिँ हैन जे होस् आफ्नै
and that makes life of Dyiki more easier, connecting, creating more attacks, more attempts on target, and at the end of the day, you know, when you lose the timings, Harry, at this
level, Group B को भएन अब हाम्रो दाइको म्याच आउनु लाग्यो है 10 बजेर कति मिनेटमा छ के दाइको म्याच KillerM12 दाइको
because we want to see a shake up in the order. Of course, in Group A we did see Huda and Dyiki go head to head earlier on. We'll have a chance
सबले सपोर्ट हान्नु चाहिँ हाम्रो नेपाललाई रिप्रेजेन्ट हान्दै हुनुहुन्छ हैन ग्लोबली जित्यो यस हामीले जित्या हैन हाम्रो त पाले आएको छैन अझै
AC Milan team looked very strong. One of the few to choose AC Milan, of course.
I mean, he did the first 3 points that pulled him take on point with Gege. Still early, but for me the sentence to it is like how many new talents Japan is creating in eFootball esports. We are seeing new names coming up every year, and they are putting a big effort to develop that talent.
10-15 मिनेट बोलेको बोले गर्छ हैन
such a game as Dyiki has made, winning the 3 points.
It was a big 3 points, especially when you consider elsewhere.
Blizzहरू नि युज गर्नु पाइयो भनेसी
going the way of Gege, as we said.
पाइयो स्मार्ट असिस्ट चाहिँ अफ गर्नुपर्छ भन्ने सुनेको थिएँ मैले
3 points and then 2 men at the bottom with no points. So it becomes almost kind of a split table down the middle, and it all it takes is for one of those men on 3 points to secure another result their way, and we're looking at maybe I don't know, I suppose a 2-horse race, 3-horse race, whatever you want to call it.
No, definitely. And seeing how the stand is right now, the next
अनि यस्तो वर्ल्ड च्याम्पियनशिप रे अनि स्मार्ट असिस्ट अन गरेर जित्यो भने त कस्तो औडा हुन्थ्यो स्मार्ट असिस्ट चाहिँ अफ गर्नुपर्छ भन्दै थियो 100 रेटेड कार्डसम्म मात्र युज गर्नु पाउनु पर्ने हो क्या रे हो त्यो डिफल्ट टिम युज गरेर खेल्ने भए चाहिँ मजा आउँथ्यो भन्नाले त्यही अब जस्तै हामीले बार्साको क्लब लियो भने त्यो बार्साको त्यो डिफल्ट प्लेयरहरू हैन एसी मिलानको लियो भने एसी मिलानकै डिफल्ट टिमहरू त्यो जिपी कार्डहरू क्या हो त्यस्तो भए चाहिँ सही मजा आउँथ्यो क्या सबलाई इक्वल हुन्थ्यो नि
how these two groups A and B are folding out so far, Alex, here at the eFootball Championship 2025 World Finals. It's great to be back here in Japan, of course, the birthplace of winning 11 Pro Evolution.
आम्बो सुपर च्याट हान्दिनु भयो जस्तो छ हामीलाई इस्यु आयो ल लभली पारामा थ्याङ्क्स फर हाम्रो ₹50 अनिस मिजु यार थ्याङ्क्स फर द सपोर्ट है हाम्रो अनिस मिजुलाई माया छ धेरै 50 भने नि धेरै हो यार हाम्रो लागि ल ल आयो यार यो ग्रुप ए को म्याचमा SBGG
when we check it out, the scores on Group A,
here we go.
And Dyiki on top.
के भइराछ यहाँ
in Japan.
भर्खर ग्रुप ए को म्याचहरु सके छैन ए भर्खर जित्नेको नाम डाइकी रहेछ डाइकी
sees those two at the top. Here is Group B, of course. We saw off screen.
Group B मा डिङ अनास टेनुसोय कार्लिनोस.
That one was a 1-all draw, and of course Carlinhos unable
के भन्छ
participate this weekend. So
दो जडीबुटीमा फुटसल खेल्दा खेल्दै मर्यो रे त के हो रे को मरेछ यार चिनेकोहरु त हैन नि फेरि गाह्रो पर्छ यार पक्न फेरि गर्छु नि अनि थ्यांक यू भने एकैचोटी
because every result almost means double because you know there's going to be implications for the person that you're opposite, that you're against.
No, definitely. When the group of Steve terms, basically the next game will be like a final for Anas, especially, because Anas will have to play the last game against Dyiki.
यो इभेन्टमा बान्द्रेलाई देख्दैन धरे बान्द्रेलाई त कहाँ मेरी पासेमा मात्रै देख्छौ.
It's tough. I wasn't fan of group stage on my days competing, Harry, because you really have a hard time. Unless you win the first and second game, you always are worried about the scores, what the opponents are taking from their games. I mean, you don't want to be in the position where you tie on point at the end of the group stage and you depend on goal different. Then that's tough. From my experience, from my first 2 appearances at the World Finals, both of them I went out in group stage. But then
के फुटसल खेल्दा खेल्दै के पंगै दोस जडीबुटीमा फुटसल खेल्दा खेल्दै मर्यो रे त एक के हो रे लाइट बिहान ब्याड न्यूज सुनाइदिए.
Yeah, absolutely. Group stages, it can be difficult to
सही छ यार
sometimes if you're one of those players that kind of lives for those knockout rounds.
ग्रुप बी मा कार्लिनोस भर्सेस टेनिसोय डिङ भर्सेस अनासको म्याच हेर्नुपर्छ कस्तो खेल्छ.
Speaking of, here's our next round of fixtures in Heat
Dyiki.
2. Group A will see Huda taking on Lemur. The two on 0 points in Group A so far, and then the 2 group leaders, Gege and Dyiki, taking on each other.
हामी त ग्रुप डी मा छ यार म्याच चाहिँ हाम्रो त 10:30 बजेतिर सुरु हुन्छ जस्तो छ हाम्रो नेपाली दाइको त. गुड मर्निङ मेरो दाइ. गुड मर्निङ यार भाइ तिमी कलेज नगएको यार कलेजबाट च्याट नहान है क्लासमा पढ्दै क्लासमा सरले पढाइरहेको बेला तिमी युट्युब चलाइरहेछौ.
Putting some pressure to Anas, 45 minutes left in his last match against Dean, the Chinese, 0-0, coming from that draw. I mean,
अबदेखि नो फुटसल है रे.
Potential third game for Dean, so another draw will completely even the score in that Group B, but you never know.
निस्क्या हो दाइ कलेजबाट
everything on your hands, and that's winning games.
Yeah, I mean, he was one of the top performers, wasn't he, Tienes? He was one of our favourites coming in. Of course, the 21-year-old Moroccan was one of the first players. Was he the first, actually, thinking about it, for Arsenal? I think he was the first player to qualify for the World Finals. It's crazy.
No, John futsal खेल भनेर 1500 पठाइदिन आटेको नो futsal नि.
Yeah, the advantage or disadvantage, you know, because you are the first one qualifying, but yes, long time ago we have 4 months preparing this competition. Sometimes an advantage, sometimes a disadvantage. In my case, in my opinion, I would love to qualify as recently as possible, as late as possible, because you have been competing until the last moment. No? That's experience competing so often. It gives you an extra advantage. But well, anyway, Anas is a player that knows very well what to do in this kind of scenario. So no surprise if he come back.
Well, of course, we'll keep an eye on
Huda versus
match for now. We have Huda and Lemur ready to take the stage and be our next players under the microscope. Win prediction from you all at home.
We got a favorite then.
think Huda will be taking 3 points. He needs them at this point of the group stages, Alex.
Definitely. No, even if
मेसीले आज दिनको सुरुवात राम्रै गरिदियो अरे. इन्टर मायामीको म्याच भएको थियो भर्खर. कतिले जित्यो?
All the Indonesian Garuda community rooting for Huda, and also all the Moroccan eFootball community looking for Luma, and a potential victory that could put him into the competition. When now we got a goal. Is Anas Musa scoring.
एलसीमा भर्सेस हुदा. यिनीहरु त भर्खर ग्रुप ए को म्याच हुँदैछ.
That is indeed a big game.
1-5 रे मेसी 3 गोल प्लस असिस्ट. आमामा मेसीले त के हो नि. MLS त खाइदिएको छ हो मेसीले.
Always difficult to be the man that has to stay on
फेरि भट्याउने आयो
the
यिनीहरुलाई.
first game played, but that puts him in a very, very commanding position in that group. If he can hold on to that result over there, that would be 4 points on the group. Right. The next nearest having 1.
होल नै भनौं न मिचु रे.
It's important to win your matches, but even more.
मेसी त मेसी भइहाल्यो नि.
At the end of the day, it's all about you, no? I think it's all about to find the feeling and it doesn't mind if you find it sooner or later, but please find it on time, no? So
it's the worst feeling when you get home from a big competition. As I'm speaking, there is an equalizer in that match, so hold the phone, literally, because they're playing on mobile. But it's the worst feeling when you come home from a competition.
कति बोलेको यार त्यही भने कमेन्ट्रीले म्याच 1 घण्टामा एउटा म्याच देखाउँदै रहेछ यार यिनीहरुले.
Big tournament such as this.
RRQ हुँदा इन्डोनेसिया भर्सेस मोरक्को हिकुन्दैछ.
You don't want to be at home afterwards thinking, man, what happened? That was a blur.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pity, but only one will take the trophy, Harry. You know very well. At this stage, everything is really close, and details matters. I don't know. Some players are fighting with the jet lag to come over.
त्यो प्लेयरलाई नि दिक्क लागेछ मुखेर नरे. हाइमा छ त नाइट बर्ड त्यस्तै हो नि.
Don't knows to handle it. I was talking with the players. There were some players.
द फेरि आयो हेरि न त कहाँबाट. खुरु म्याच लाउनु नि हो.
In case of have the less impact of the huge change coming up from your home to here to Tokyo, but at the end of the day, it's difficult. It's difficult for everyone, no? And yeah, let's see. I mean,
दाइ 550 कोइन भयो म्यानेजर किन्दिम दाइ रे. हुन्छ यार किन्दा हुन्छ. ओपी छ म्यानेजर.
We are still waiting the kickoff of that match on this stage, of course.
नेपाली दाजुको नि म्याच छ आज दाइ रे. यार अहिले 10:30 तिर छ हाम्रो नेपाली दाइको म्याच. फर्स्ट म्याच हाम्रो ग्रुप डी को थाइल्यान्डसँग. मिजु हजुर हाम्रो विजय मिजु. गुड मर्निङ सबलाई गुड मर्निङ.
1-1 85th minute there. I don't know. Just keep an eye on our reactions.
देखाउँदैन गेम के हेर्नु. त्यही भने यो कमेन्ट्री मात्रै हानेको हानै छ यार.
First game versus Anas 1-1. Still one more game pending. So what maybe that draw.
गेमै देखाउँदैन कि बोलेको बोले छैन यार.
To go all over for it. I won't recommend to keep like that, to not to go for the win, because that means you will depend on the last score to go.
ग्रुप ए र बी कै म्याच सकेको छैन. हाम्रो ग्रुप डी को पालो झन् कहिले आउँछ?
Indeed, we we can't take our eyes off it, Alex, because of course it means such a big thing to that group of three.
हजुरको नम्बर दिनु न रे नम्बर त्यता कहाँ छ त्यहाँ नम्बर डिस्क्रिप्सन तिर छ कि
A loss here, we're looking potentially at your World Finals for this year. All the effort that's been going into it from, of course,
आज आउने होइन न्यू रे आज के आज न्यू सन्डे मन्डे आउँछ एक दुईवटा न्यू एपिकहरू भोलि आउँदैछ प्याट्रिक भिएराहरू प्याट्रिक भिएरा को थियो इडगर डेभिड्स को प्याक आउँदै थियो मिजुहरू भेट्न के गर्नुपर्छ अरे के गर्नु पर्दैन मेसेज हान्नु ल यसो यस्तो भन्नु अनि कहाँ भेट्ने के हो हैन त्यही अनुसार अनि भेट्दिउँ
Here deserves a huge applause for everyone because it's not easy just being between the best 16 players.
ल बल्ल सुरु भयो ल Huda versus LC मा
I can confirm a full-time result over in
टिम चाहिँ हेर्नै पाएन यार
between Ding and Anas aka A10 Tienes 1-1 the final score. For now our attention's here in Group A, match number 2. It is Huda against Lemur. Lemur on the ball at the moment with AC Milan, and there's an early chance, but for that tackle there.
We got signal of Gege and Dyiki
lovely
right now on the screen. And
मलाई गोल हुने बेला चाहिँ कसको मुख देखाएको यिनीहरुको
the game of Huda versus Lemur, by the way, scored by Dyiki, the Japanese.
मिजु मलाई कोइन चाहिएको थियो रे मैले त हान्दैन यार कोइन टपअपमा सर्भिस सुरु गरेको छैन यार मिजु फेरि गेम हुँदा हुँदा कस्तो यिनीहरूको थोप्स देखाए यति रहेछ यिनीहरू
They're both at the top of this group of 3 points.
Right, and then it's an important match. Another victory secures you a spot in the quarterfinals this year, including, which is open the door for more people to get into the day 2. So yeah, we'll see. Let's see. I mean, in this round 2, any group stage will be massive, decisive for the chances of every player. And I will get a look and some analyze during the match of tactically and those details on what to use one's player rather than the other for you guys at home, no? Because the good thing of the Dream Team squad the players are using that is really similar to the ones that you are using on the online ladders with your favorite teams.
Of course, that was Dyiki we saw just score a goal off the screen there.
So the logio कर्मठ थलोतिर खै गेमै देखाउँदैन रहेछ त्यसै आएको हो म त वाचा सङ हेर्न त्यसको कमेन्ट्री सुन्ने भएको म त्यहाँ भएको भए यस्तो हान्थे ट्वाक्क यसको मन लाग्यो यिनीहरूलाई
Like you said, it's gone by so quickly, and I can confirm now this is, if I'm not mistaken, Lemur versus Huda.
Double toss bang hanu lageko
The post, the reaction from Huda.
Chance of us seeing, but it's actually 1-0 to Lemur as we join it. So Huda on the ropes here in Group A.
Yeah, definitely. When we saw before, performing so well with AC Milan, is now Huda having a hard time to find the solution. Okafor for Leao or Loftus-Cheek. Look at that line of 4 attacking from Huda, accumulating those players running up high up the pitch to try to overcome the defense of Lemur. Now it's in the ideal scenario, no, Harry? Starting, scoring the goal, taking the lead. Now trying to survive to this strong pressure that Huda now is putting in over him.
He's on the ball here with Musa.
Intense हुने रहेछ यिनीहरुको
get around him that time around. And now
बेटे काउन्टर ल
Lemur, who's already scored 1 in this match, try and come forward.
ल कस्तो फेक शट हान्दिरे
Royale is there to recover, thankfully for Huda.
Nice fake shot. Almost was an ideal scenario to perform it, but didn't work through. Chukwueze, Huda looking for that run. Oh look, found in Rafael.
हाने यार त्यसले खासमा डीटी ब्याङ हान्नु लागेको थियो क्या तर नगइदिरहेको एलसीमा त हारेको हारै छ त आज त के भएको
1-1 with this goal he gets himself back on level terms A reminder, both of these men lost their first match. What a first touch by Liao.
Yeah.
The finish not bad at all either.
Well done, running up forward with a long
एक भइरा रहेछ त कति छिटो गोल हाने ल उताको त्यहाँको त गोलै हेर्नु भयो म त साइको भइदिरा थिए
Rafael Liao, player of the week card, which is simply insane. Nice reaction. Even the score 1-1 and everything completely open in this match that will decide which player is still alive in chances to qualify Harry to the next run. Misclicking now in that clear from Huda, that goes a goal. No, another misclick of timings of Lima. Rather than control, he pushed it too early. And sometimes you need to calm down, take your time to control, turn around, and then kick the ball.
Oh, half time on the horizon. Possibly one last chance.
तल्लो सर्ट रे नेपाली कमेन्ट्री नहान्न त्यस्तो
Lima, we saw Lima really confident with those through passing to Ferran Torres, no? Try to approach in that high speed that Ferran has, but sometimes he's not giving that time into Ferran to start the disruptive movement. In front of such strong defenders that AC Milan is putting on today on the lineups.
Well, half-time here between Huda and Lima, 1 goal apiece. Elsewhere, the second half just kicking off between Dyiki and
what
will happen throughout the rest of this group, Alex? It's so
नेपाली को हो नेपाली हाम्रो KillerM12 मिजु हुनुहुन्छ म्याच सुरु भएको छैन 10:30 बजे मिजु रे KillerM12 दाइ हो हाम्रो मकै भरि द्यारम दाइको म्याच अहिले 10:30 बजेतिर सुरु हुन्छ ग्रुप डी मा हुनुहुन्छ नेपाल भर्सेस थाइल्यान्ड छ फर्स्ट गेम सबबाट हान्नुपर्छ है ल सबले हाम्रो नेपाललाई यस्तो ग्लोबल स्टेजमा रिप्रेजेन्ट हान्दै हुनुहुन्छ हाम्रो रजत बुढा थोकी दाइ एके KillerM12 दाइलाई सबबाट हान्नुपर्छ है सबले चार्ज नै छैन लाइन गएर लाइन गएको गाइस है हिजोदेखि हिजो नि लाइभै हान्नु दिएन यार बत्ती गएको गाइ गरेर
I feel the nerves, Harry. I feel the nerves. The timings are not being so accurate for most of the players. They are feeling the pressure. They want to perform everything that good.
नकआउट वाला त होला म्याचहरु हैन ग्रुप स्टेज हो अहिले त त्यसपछि सुरु हो नकआउट अब यो ग्रुपमा ग्रुप स्टेजमा फर्स्ट भएन भने आउट टाइपकै
Two at the top and the two at the bottom, both stuck at deadlock so far. The attendance for this match was 71,000.
Lima is having a hard time.
चाहिँ टक्कर पर्छ है 60 भयो हैन
breathe of his players to join the
attack is खतरा गर्ने है यिनीहरुले
much in the passes and not letting him to create a really good
त्यतिकै
chance.
प्रोफेसनल हुँदैन नि त यिनीहरु
Very similar not to Huda that is not connecting 2-3 passes in a row, and now Ferran Torres with that run, but Tio regaining the ball for Huda. Samu Chukwueze turning around, facing Gerard Martin. Samu Chukwueze losing the ball for is FC Barcelona losing the ball again. 20 minutes left, Harry. Could be the chance.
20 minutes to go.
डिफेन्डिङ त केटाहरुको हेर नि इन्टरसेप्सन माथि इन्टरसेप्सन भएको भाइ छ
This deadlock.
कतिखेर हो हाम्रो म्याच 10 बजेर 30 भन्दै थियो टाइम चाहिँ 10:30
Huda on the ball now. AC Milan club event representative.
It's putting some calm Huda over Lima.
Taking longer to build on his play, but यता पनि त्यो इन्टरसेप्सन उता पनि इन्टरसेप्सन भएको भए
he's not being accurate as usually, no? So at the end of the day, 1-2 chances left on this game. We'll see if someone finds a solution to get closer, to get inside the box, and why not? Having a great chance Liao,
ल
Huda,
ल ल
Liao,
ल ल
through,
लास्ट मिनेट ल
goal!
पेट अलिकति यार दामी चान्स थियो
Is
यार
that the
हुँदा
chance?
एसी मिलान
Is that the diamond chance left in this game? Oh, it's just wide, isn't it? He's dragged his finish.
ओकाफोर
Yeah,
यो ओकाफोर
one thing
भन्ने त्यो
about
भर्खर
Okafor,
फ्रीको
it's a
प्लेयर
lovely
होइन त्यो
card,
फ्रीमा आएको थियो
really,
है
really fast to find those movement behind the defense,
ओ एकचोटि यो
those
टिम
rapid
हेर्नु मन
movement,
लागिरहेको
but
छ
at the end of
मलाई
the day, defining
यिनीहरूले
with that
कस्तो
finishing is not the best choice.
मा टिम हेरौँ
Was a
भने
nice
कि
one for
अनुहार
Huda.
देखाइदियो फेरि
We
यिनीहरूको
saw on the screen, he
झ्याउरे
was like
कमेन्ट्री
blaming a little bit how was that possible, but you know, still time to go, and one goal will change everything in the games that we are going to have.
There's about 5 minutes left in the game we're watching here, but
गेम
elsewhere
भइरहेको
in the
बेला
group, there's
बोलेको छ
about
बोले
5
छैन
minutes left there as well, and I can
हाय हाय
say
हाय
there has been
एपिक रोनाल्डो
a
आयो भने
goal.
म $10 को
We will
कोइन
bring you
पर्चेस
that
हानिदिन्छु
update when it's
तपाईँलाई
appropriate, but for
आम्मा
now,
यार
Huda and Lemur.
त्यति भनेपछि त मलाई पुगिहाल्यो नि
The
हो कि
next
के होला
goal will
त्यति
win this
भनेपछि
game.
पुग्यो हाम्रो गेम चाहिँ कतिखेरबाट हो हाम्रो गेम 10:30 बजेतिर हुन्छ ग्रुप अहिले भर्खर ग्रुप बी को म्याच भइरहेछ हामी ग्रुप डी मा छ क्या हाम्रो किलर M12 दाइ अब 10:30 मा भन्ने भनिरहेछ सपोर्ट हान्नुपर्छ मिलेर हैन के एक्स्ट्रा टाइम हुन्छ कि के हुन्छ नि कि त एक पोइन्ट बाड्ने हो
between Huda and Lemur. What a game.
And look at the faces, Harry. No one can be happy with that score. That that point.
के हो यो LC 7 E मा LC मा यो गेम हार्यो भने त नक भयो त्यो
I mean, it opened the door only for that win, and obviously waiting the rest of the group scores to decide if you go through or not.
Of course, that other game in the group still.
तर आउँदैन यार रोनाल्डो यार
It was, as I said,
रोनाल्डो आउने चान्स
there was a goal.
एकदमै कम छ यार
Not to Dyiki, but the
बरु
other
तालु
way is
रोनाल्डो आउला
Gege coming back
ब्राजिलको
from behind. They're in stoppage time
रोनाल्डो
now.
नाजारियो
The time whistle has gone. Gege
ढुक्क हो हाम्रै हो कप हैन कप नजिते नि
He tops this group so far.
And we can also
यतिको हाम्रो यो
say
इन्टरनेसनल
qualifying
लेभलमा
to
रिप्रेजेन्ट गर्ने
already
ठुलो
have
कुरा हो
the
क्या अहिलेको लागि
Gege.
चाहिँ हामीलाई
What a performance, the Malaysian will be the first players
त्यही भएर त
so far
भने हो रे
in
त
the next round.
रोनाल्डो आउँदैन भनेर
It's not
थाहा
easy,
भएर
you
नि
know,
$10
mobile users
पर्चेस
know how
हानिदिन्छु
fast
भन्नुभयो
are games, mobile games. There is no much time to make those comebacks, and he made it on time against Dyiki, who was amazing performance after the game one, like taking the leading.
अहिले नेपालको गेम भइरहेको हो र ब्रो अहिले हैन अहिले कसको भइरहेको थियो भर्खर मोरक्कोकोहरु ग्रुप बी को म्याच भइरहेछ अहिले हामी चाहिँ ग्रुप डी मा छौ अहिले हाम्रो पालो आएको छैन 10 बजे अब मानौं 20 मिनेट पछि सुरु हुन्छ होला हाम्रो 15-20 मिनेट पछि
kind of within touching distance of each other. If Huda wins that game, he would then leapfrog over Dyiki. So it's a win and in type situation for Huda in the next match. Lemur, of course,
ठ्याट्टेमा मुलाहरु कमेन्ट्रीको फेस मात्रै देखाएको देखाइ गर्छ यार
No, yeah, still open for everyone in this group already. That's why that draw wasn't that bad at all. But obviously, having the last match against Dyiki and Gege is not the right scenario, no, if you want to go through. But anything can happen. I think it's time to emerge the quality of Lima and Huda in the last match of the day for them. In the other hand, Dyiki that was performing so well, now that defeat against Gege put you in a position that you were closer to qualify, and now you're pending the last match. I mean, it's quite confusing, the feeling that he could be having right now, not because he's playing good.
Yep.
But to be honest, being playing Huda in the last match, being aware how good Huda it is, I mean, it's tough, no? Mentally, because you know the players know in advance what are the level of your opponents. You know which player you have to be more careful or no, depending on the attack, defensively, the tactics. And I'm sure all of them know the quality of Huda.
कति बजे थियो भन्दै कि हाम्रो म्याच टाइम हेरौँ है ब्याक गर्दा नि इनारकै फेस देखाउँछ
So Anas with the Arsenal
World Finals.
participate today. However, he will.
But we'll see, no? In front.
Time हेर्नु मिल्यो.
Welcome.
Make it finally for this competition. Tough group. Anas and Tennessee starting at here in Tokyo, Japan. There's a lifetime opportunity.
Think about it. It is just the gymnastics you have to do to get around.
What
is at stake here in these groups? It's the
time हेर्दिम भनेको खै कहाँको कता पो अब.
Fans out.
Goal
Either on mob
possession, he looked good, but at the crucial point, and their keeper, made some crucial steps.
Let's see if Dyiki has what it takes.
अब एक गेम पछि हो रे. हैन होला.
The most important thing that Dyiki needs to realize.
मलाई त त्यो 1344 मा छ भने 1344 जापानको 1344 भने नेपालको त 1029 हो त्यसो. ए मेरो यो ब्याकै जानु नमिल्ने भएछ है स्ट्रिम. ब्याक सार्नै नमिल्दो रहेछ.
Just the gymnastics you have to do to get around. What is at stake?
But कति यिनीहरु त कमेन्ट्री मात्रै गरेछ
the level of competition we're seeing this year, Alex. It's the
next game हाम्रो त्यसो है next game हो.
So we are seeing how close are the games.
मिलाउनु त मिल्छ भनेर मिल्छ.
2 goals at this level of the competition, so we need to
इन हान्दिम क्या.
still
develop talent into raising their stars, having a lot of competition. Most of the race players having a pro contract with a sports club, that gives them a big room for improvement. And at the end of the day, I'm sure it's a matter of time.
जति ब्याक गरे नि यिनीहरुको अनुहार मात्रै देखाउँदो रहेछ के कमेन्ट्री गर्नेको.
This could be the year. Based on how well we've seen him play here in Group A, no one seems to have phased him, of course, besting
मिजु तपाईको मोबाइल प्राइस कति रे खोइ ठ्याक्कै थाहा भएन यार. मैले त फ्रीमा पाएको हो के.
It looked like it was going to be Dyiki well in control of his destiny, and of course it's still within his hands, but Gege had that tenacity.
यिनीहरु बोल्नु भन्दा बरु उयो हेर्दिम है एकछिन.
And now sits himself.
लगभग कति होला अरे लगभग चाहिँ 30-40 हजार होला.
Amazing. We can, I believe, go to the stage now.
उयो अरे हेर्ने हो डोरेमोन.
Let's go over to Sugi and Kate.
डोरेमोन हेर्ने होइन डोरेमोन हेर्ने हो.
Right, thank you gentlemen.
डोरेमोन लगाइदिउँ यिनीहरुको कमेन्ट हेर्दा बल्ल खित्ता हाँसेर. हाम्रो पालो आयो जस्तो चाहिँ. हैन यार. ओए के भन्दैछ यसले एकछिन सुन्दिउँ न हेडफोन लाग्यो. रोबोट म त हत्तरी हेर्छु भात खाने बेला.
Now listen, did you come from Morocco to Japan this time round?
Yes, I'm coming from Morocco to Japan. I'm here to represent my country, Morocco.
Okay. I was just looking up on the live chat. There's a lot of support for you from your friends from Morocco. What does it mean to you to represent Morocco and come to Japan?
It's mean a lot for me. I am represent my country, my people.
ठीक छ ल.
Represent all. I represent my clan. A lot of
यतिको रिप्रेजेन्ट आफ्नो कन्ट्रीलाई रिप्रेजेन्ट हान्नु भनेकै ठुलो कुरा हो कि. हारे नि जिते नि हैन त केटा हो.
So it's mean a lot of me.
Excellent. Now Lima, listen. You've got 1 point from 2 matches.
त्यो होस्ट दिदीलाई चाहिँ बोल्नै दिदैन रहेछ.
With your third game coming up, and how are you grooving? How are you feeling with that then?
I'm not feeling good, but I will do all my best in the third match.
Okay, man. Bon chance, man. Good luck with all of that. Our guy from Morocco is Lima. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good luck, sir. Okay, so we've got our players all ready and standby. But before that, I just want to recap our results. And let's have a look then. Have we got the results?
Nightbot like के भन्नु लगाउँदै. अपकमिङ गेम हाम्रो हो कि के हो? हाम्रै हो भन्थ्यो.
All right, so
SBGG Dyiki L7 हुँदैन.
So we have Gege and Dyiki in position 1 and position 2 for Group A right now. For Lima.
यत्रो गेम भइसकेछ अनि त्यो कमेन्ट्रीको थोपडा मात्रै देखाइदिए त अहिले. 3-0 1-0
We'll see how that fares in a second. What about Group B then? Group B はどうでしょうか? Thank you. All right. So okay.
ल मेरो विचारमा यो एकैतालमा यो गेम भइरा हो. एकैतालमा गेम भइरा रहेछ हैन. ग्रुप ए र बी को. अब हाम्रो नेपाली दाइको पो हाम्रो नेपाली दाइले पो म्याच पो देखाउँछ कि देखाउँदैन नेपाली दाइको म्याच. आमामा यो हाम्रो एटिएनले त इजी हान्दिरा रहेछ.
Okay, so are we good to proceed then? Over to you two gentlemen then, please. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you both. Always great to hear from our competitors.
Commentary live commentary.
Really proud of how things have gone for him so far. I mean, he's not mathematically out of things yet, but it would take a lot of things going his way. I believe, Alex, as we take
नेपालीहरु टन्ने रहेछ च्याट.
Here is the standings as we look at them, Alex. What can you take from this? Of course, the top two qualify for the next round of fixtures in the knockout stages tomorrow.
Basically, into the Group B first, with Anas have played all the games already, leaving that
Nepal country without leader.
Chinese versus Tenensui, the local
Japanese.
Hero to qualify, so any
कहाँ पुगेछ जय हनुमान भन्नलाई ल केटो त फेरि.
To qualify to the quarterfinals. In the other hand, Huda
राइट को त कार्बेसेलिया जस्तो छ त नि.
Everything to happen this Group A as well, where obviously Dyiki and Gege starts with the
Group A र हाम्रो त म्याचै देखाउँदैन जस्तो पो फिल आयो त मलाई.
Against Huda could put him into the knockouts tomorrow. Let's see Lima Huda will need to win, and as well for Jing and Tensui.
होरा दाइ त जानु भइसकेछ CR7 होराइ. Nepal दिनु भइरहेछ.
Group B and A right now, Harry, which is great, no? Because sometimes when you reach the round 3, the groups are already decided. In this case, no, both are completely open. Let's remind the people at home.
W Mitju भन्दै ल केटाहरु फेरि च्याटमा
that is a lot of excitement, a lot of drama. So I wish the cameras will take the attention of the faces of the players, because they will feel
नेपाल भन्दै जाऊ.
The happiness and all the worst feelings happening when you can see the goal.
फेरि कमेन्ट्री हान्न यार म्याच हेर्नु. Will win the next match भनेर देखाउँदै रहेछ यार. हुदा भर्सेस डाइकी रहेछ हाम्रो हैन रहेछ नेक्स्ट म्याच. जसले जित्यो तिनीहरु पुगे हैन. तिनीहरुको सेमी फाइनलतिर.
67%. 2/3 of the people at home think the Indonesian AC Milan will take this one. As you said, Alex, they're still the favourite, but Dyiki has looked very strong so far.
च्याटमा त सब नेपाली मात्रै देख्छ मैले त. सुट्टा तान्दै म सुटु टुटु भन्नु पुगेछु फेरि एउटा दोस्ती हाम्रो. दाल भात पाउहरू नेपाल केटाहरू यहाँ ओए पुष्पे पागल खाते रे ल गाली गर्दैछ यार. च्याटमा कसले गाली गर्दैछ यार कसलाई पुष्पे भन्नेलाई. हट त्यति साह्रो चाहिँ नगर्दिम यार त्यो. जापानिज टाइम 13:44. हेलो मिजु यार. हेलो हाम्रो नेपाली हो नि ब्रदर.
Every people which is rooting for you from home, do not make
spam Nepal हेर नेपाली हेर्नु.
It's just you, your fun.
प्राइज कम भयो रे.
Is the easiest way.
तर जित्नेको प्राइस लास्ट कम रहेछ यार भन्नाले पार्टिसिपेन्टहरुको.
It's the easiest way to think about it. It's an extra knockout game. If you have to win it, it's essentially an extra knockout game. Sure, we don't get the extra time, the penalties, but if you win within the 90 and you've done enough, then it's essentially, you know, a round of 16
सबजना नेपालीहरु हुनुहुँदो रहेछ आज चाहिँ जे होस् उता
100%. You need to go for it, go for the victory.
सही हो यतिको सपोर्ट चाहिँ नेपालीहरूले दिन्छ क्या सपोर्ट चाहिँ अनि नेक्स्ट लेभल तपाईँले चाहिँ अर्गनाइज गर्नु पर्यो क्या मिजु टुर्नामेन्ट हुन्छ भइहाल्छ नि ट्राई गरौँला अब सोचिरहेको छु
Now is where the preparation of the players should appear in terms of how to calm down your head rate, how to mentally get the focus.
Huda versus Dyiki. In our Group B, Group A, हैन?
Match 3 of the group stages.
यो च्याट देखाउँ कि के गरौँ केटा?
Is underway. 3 games played at the same time.
हान्यो
Who will come out into the knockout stages? Who will be joining Gege in tomorrow's competition?
च्याट हटाउनु?
Find that out at the end of this 90
च्याट हटाउनु हो?
Huda from Indonesia starting off really nicely on its Loftus Cheek.
ओइ कति छिटो गोल हाने यार?
Dyiki scoring the lead. The young Japanese coming up strong as the previous games. Once again, for third time in a row, taking the lead. And Dyiki putting some pressure on Huda.
Through ball to give swat through कटाइदिरा.
Connecting with Loftus Cheek.
कोही हुदाले हाने हो कि डाइकीले हाने हो त्यो पो थाहा छैन दुईटै एसी मिलन
1-0 for the representative of Yokohama Marinos, Dyiki.
So what a way to start off match number 3.
I mean, it's costly a lot Huda to get into the game, and Harry, every single game he's suffering from the very best first moment. Defensively, he is not able to drag back the cursor with the defender.
यो दाइको म्याच चाहिँ लाइभमा देखाउँछ कि देखाउँदैन त्यो पो तनाव भयो
You need to be so fast, switching to the right place every single time.
त्यो ग्रुप बी को म्याचहरु त देखाएको छैन अब
Certainly not in the opening 20 minutes of this game either. It's right that you pointed out. Of course, it's Milan versus Milan here. Dyiki opting to choose AC Milan to control them at this World Finals.
Once again, Loftus Cheek. Dyiki, Rafael Leao inside the box looking for the cross. The shot.
Nice.
The rebound is still on. Jimenez deflected by Tio. And once again, Harry is really close.
यहाँ पो रहेछ त किटको जर्सी
Potentially will put him in the knockouts.
थर्ड मिजु आउनु बरु कप हान्नु हैन कप त बेलका हान्नु पर्छ क्रस हाने भए यस्तो यो वर्ल्ड कप जस्तो भइरहेछ तपाईहरु यहाँ वाच पार्टी हो क्या आज कहाँ कप 1v1 अब भरे भोलितिर हान्नु पर्छ
25 minutes and it's 2-0.
No failure. Easy yeah.
Okay.
Lovely and
response for Huda. Indonesian back on track. He wanna join. He wanna fight
Huda.
Until the end. It's not over for him yet. Nice response, Harry. He's Rafael Leao. Scoring for Huda.
2-1 है 2-1 पैसा 2-1 भएको हेर्नै पाएन त नि
Well, just like that, thanks to that goal.
When we got a goal, Harry, is Gege taking the lead over Lima. Gege was once again unstoppable in this group stage, going for the perfect.
ए दाइकी को चाहिँ 2 अनि हुदाको चाहिँ 1 हो होम ग्राउन्डमा हान्दियो जापानिजलाई कसको 2 कसको 1 त्यो नै थाहा भएन कि पहिले
Remaining intact here in Group A. For Huda,
दुईटा एसी मिलन टिम छ
the comeback. Okafor can't get onto that cross at the near post.
यही रहेछ त
That Pavlovic car is so strong, especially with the headers.
Oh, that's really dangerous. Can't get the ball away there,
nice
especially
block.
not to Leao.
Nice try there.
Hey, but look, it's a new feeling from the Huda. I really like it to see him more involved in those high pressure over Dyiki. And now we see Dyiki play on red line, putting some aggressivity on their attack.
strategy के भन्दै होला 2
Anyway,
दाइकी 2 होला अरे दाइकी को 2
Oh, Tio. And
ओए ल कस्तो लभली हाने यार काउन्टर ल अलिकतिले है नाइस नाइस उठ्दै थियो क्या प्रो रहेछ यार केटा यिनीहरूको छुट्टै मजा आउँदो रहेछ यार हामीले आफूले खेल्नुभन्दा यो प्रोफेसनलहरूको म्याच हेर्नु पो मजा आउने रहेछ छिटो रिप्लाई गर मान्छे ओए हाने त अनि आँखा झिमी गोल हानिदिने रहेछ केटाहरूले अनि हैट कडा यार ड्र भयो होइन 2-2 टक्कर यार टक्करमा टिकी टाका हान्छ फुल यिनीहरूले त्यही भने फर्स्ट हाफमै 2-2 भइसक्यो अनि कस्तो चाहिँ परिरहेछ त यिनीहरूको त
Well, the first half has not come to a conclusion just yet. I think the referee may have seen enough now. 2-2 between Huda and Dyiki.
What a match, Harry.
म भएको भए 40 गोल खान्थ्यो होला
Huda coming back from 2-0 down.
यिनीहरू प्रोफेसनलहरू यार हान्छ यार यिनीहरूले त खतरा खेल्ने रहेछ हेर्नै मजा आइरहेछ नि हाम्रो यहाँ
Even Dyiki, who is performing so far so nice during the whole day.
हाम्रो नेपाली दाइको चाहिँ खोइ लाइभ ग्रुप डी को म्याच 10 बजेर 30 मिनेटमा भन्थ्यो खोइ त अनि ग्रुप बी को म्याच भइरहेछ अझै त्यो इन्डियन मिस्टर टम पनि बबल छ नि मिज लभली छ यार उसले नि जितेको थियो त अस्तिको पालि आर्सेनल क्लब इभेन्ट
Just kicked off. Huda and Dyiki. 2-2.
And also to update all of you guys, Ding and Tenensui are drawing 1-1.
यो हुँदा भन्ने क्रेजी रहेछ यार लास्ट कमब्याक हान्दिरहेमा
that will completely equalize the full group on goal difference, points, and goal score, everything. Wow. So I don't know what will happen, but still some drama also in this group B. So let's go back to the group A, Harry, because now Huda
DT
with a chance. Wants to complete this comeback, Alex.
DT Bang देखाथे DT पास क्या भर्खर
Look at the reaction, Musa.
Really want to push forward.
प्ले स्टाइल के हो दाइकीको दाइकीको चाहिँ प्ले स्टाइल त्यसले त काउन्टरमा हानिरहेछ अहिले
How close was that? Wonderful play by Dyiki, taking some time with Musa, then pass back, finding that inside line to love to cheek with Sadly.
हो यो चाहिँ देखाउनु नि यसो टिम हेर्नु पाए हुन्थ्यो
It made it almost impossible.
यिनीहरूको
Those skills that the players have is mainly the
गेम पर्दा यिनीहरूको अनुहार देखाइदिहाल्छ
no, so mainly the players are looking for those double touch car, one touch pass, first time shot, because that boosting that those skills given to the players is significantly so important.
हुदाले क्विक काउन्टर खेलिरहेछ हैन
Well, this has been as fascinating as you would want for the 2025 finals. As you said, in Group B, it would take just one goal to completely.
LVC खेलिरहेछ जस्तो लाग्यो
For now, we will just focus on Huda and Dyiki. It is the young Japanese trying to move forward down this right-hand side.
यसलाई कमेन्ट्री गर्नेलाई त्यही भने अनुहार देखाइरु गेम परिरहेको बेला उनीहरुको अनुहार देखाइदिन्छ
Danny almost scored the second one for Gege 2 beating 2-0 over Lima, and Gege that is really close to get the 9-on-9 3-on-3 victories so far in this group A.
20 minutes remaining here between Huda and Dyiki.
Liao, wonderful prediction by
71 भइसकेछ
blocking that pass. Bondo looking for Okafor.
कोले जित्छ जस्तो लाग्यो केटाहरु 2-2 भइरहेछ
now love to cheat, yes for Huda. Let's see Musa. Okafor Leao to pass double touch. Mike Magnan.
यो ब्लिज भए जान्थ्यो यार
We don't understand how close
उदाले चाहिँ जे was insane हान्दियो कमब्याक त
2-0
बाट 2-2
will make him through, and send out Dyiki of the competition, but the actual score is putting Dyiki on the quarterfinals.
फेरि त्यो कमेन्ट्रीको थोप्स देखाउँदै हो
Harry, one goal.
त्यो टिम मुदे हेर्दिउँ भनेको उनीहरूको प्रोफेसनलहरूको यस्तो बवाल हुन्छ नि त उनीहरूको टिम म्यानेजमेन्टहरू त्यो हेर्दिउँ भनेको सिधै कमेन्ट्री देखाउँछ
And it has in Group B finished 1 goal apiece. We will wait and see. What happens.
आफूले खेल्नु भन्दा त यिनीहरूको हेर्नु मजा आउने प्रोफेसनलहरू
10 minutes to go here in Group A. Pulisic here for Dyiki. Where will this one pop out to? Jimenez. Now will Huda save the day? Of course he's representing AC Milan through the club event finals. Royale through to Pulisic. Oh, it's just sloppy, isn't it? Some nerves up there on the stage. Pulisic now for Dyiki.
हामी पुग्छ त्यस्तोमा हाम्रो नो चान्स यार हामीलाई हाम्रो प्र्याक्टिसै पुगेको छैन यो उनीहरूको लेभलै छुट्टै छ हेर न नेक्स्ट लेभल छ उनीहरू हेर न हामीलाई त यो लेभलमा पुग्न अझै नि यी फुटबल खेल्यो नि लगभग लाग्छ यार 2-3 वर्ष डाइकीले हान्दियो यार म्यान पुग्यो त यो त अब सेमी फाइनल क्वार्टर फाइनल कि सेमी फाइनल अझै कति मिनेट भयो डाइकीले एलबिसी खेलिरहेछ क्या मेरो विचारमा होम कन्ट्री हैन भर छैन हुदाले फर्काउँछ त्यो नि हुनसक्छ 2-0 थियो 2-2 बनाए केटोले अब हेरौँ जे नि हुनसक्छ उनीहरू त प्रोफेसनलहरू हो नि त अनि हैन ए 90+2 छ अब त नो चान्स यार टाइकीले जित्यो यार लभली यार सही थियो यार यो म्याच बबाल म्याच भएको थियो यही हो ग्रुप ए को विनर के विनर भयो नि त ग्रुप ए बाट फर्मेसन टिमहरू चाहिँ देखाउँदैन अहिले खोइ किन नदेखा पहिला त देखाउँथ्यो अहिले त यिनीहरू देखाउँछ खालि कमेन्ट्री गर्ने खै हाम्रो नेपाली दाइको किलर M12 दाइको गेम पो देखाउँछ कि देखाउँदैन आजकल नदेखाउने रहेछ अरे त्यो पहिला चाहिँ देखाउँथ्यो अब के उयो भयो होला नि त त्यही भएर फर्मेसनहरू नदेखाउने भएछ अनि हाम्रो नेपाली किलर M12 दाइको त 10:30 बजे भन्थ्यो त गेम भर्खर ग्रुप ए को म्याच सकिरहेछ ग्रुप ए र बी को But from the moment that Group D
in a line to decide if he goes on or off in this competition, he wasn't able to create the chances as he was creating in the last part of the first half. You know,
एटिएन्स को त म्याच देखाएन त्यो ग्रुप बी को अब हाम्रो दाइको देखाउँला त ए च्याट पढौँ न यहाँ च्याटमा आइहाल्छ नि
and in his group stage with 6 or 9 points.
eFootball is scripted भन्दै छ.
The first Japanese into home soil qualifying to the quarterfinals, Harry.
I was just seeing that. I was scrolling through my notes. Of course, we have other Japanese
11 versus 11 please रे. Right 11 versus 11 आउला त eFootball मा. Game mirror.
Good games, Gu-san.
Gu, thanks to the Manchester United club event. He will be here, of course, elsewhere. I believe that is over in group. Where is that group?
Well, के लेख्दै छ है केटाहरुले यति सारो चाहिँ नलेख्दिन है च्याटमा
Pasha in there as well as Dennis.
उता को eFootball कोनामीको YouTube च्याटमा गएर के लेख्दै छ है नेपाली केटाहरुले ल
Dyiki come through group A and join Gege into the knockout
easy
stages.
server.
I believe that's confirmed now. Just an amazing performance.
Let's go Nepal भने नेपालले हान्छ नेपाली सपोर्टरहरु टन्नै हुनुहुँदो रहेछ
Yeah, I mean coming back from the spectative of this competition, we saw in the fans voting at home who was the favorite for every game. Huda was definitely the biggest one in this group. So let's say first shock of this
सबै नेपाली च्याट
competition,
मारेन
went out in the group stage.
सपोर्ट हान्नलाई त केटाहरु कहाँबाट कहाँ पुग्छन् नि फेरि
Dyiki and especially Gege, that they performed so nicely. Isn't easy first appearance at the World Finals for them. And they were like playing at home, chilling, combining as usually, and scoring a lot of goals. And huge congratulations
कुन ग्रुप हो
and
नेपाल
the
भन्ने
Malaysian and the Japanese.
हामीले बोलेको सुन्दैन होला त्यहाँनिर चाहिँ
Tomorrow, Harry, and because this never stops. They will be all full group stage on mobile either and on console.
रोनाल्डो इज द गोट भन्न डिबेट पनि चल्दो रहेछ है च्याटमा डिबेट पर्छ
today, tomorrow won't be possible, so let's see. It's important day one for sure. And still a lot to be played today, Harry.
So much, especially because we haven't even found out what the fallout is from the Group B situation, because of course it's a 3-man group. All 3 games finished 1-1. So we are not sure exactly what the plan is there. We'll have to, of course, consult the admins, consult the rulebook.
In the last 3 seasons, never happened something like that. We have been doing many tournaments, and when you are in a group of 3, I mean, you can have this issue, that they are equal in points, in goal scores, in goal difference. So I'm not discouraged enough of what decision will be taken from the admins. So we will sum up with some update as soon as we get there.
यिनीहरु चाहिँ बरु सर्ट कमर्शियल ब्रेक भनेर दिनु नि तिनीहरुले खोइ एनालाइसिस हान्दैन
part on this scenario for this group.
म त अल्छी लागेर च्याट पढ्दै छु अनि
or Anas on what will happen, because it's historically happening today. I mean, because it's historical World Finals for sure. So let's be waiting. Somehow overall we're still having 2 extra
Translate हान्नु है बान्जे च्याटमा हो भने
C and D, where we will have some big names. We can talk about Onik Dennis from Indonesia, Chom Kata for Thailand, who just came up to become national champion in Thailand a week ago.
Juninho.
बरु पेप्रा आर्सन वेंगर राख्नु नि एनालाइसिस हान्नु
One of the favorites we have seen so far, winning in China a few weeks ago. You know very well, everyone is taking an eye on him because they're Brazilian. It's not just because of flag, because he's so good. He competes so well.
Translate हान् भनेको उले त टाइम आउट हान्दैछ
on eFootball mobile platform.
I really can't wait to see how the
त्यो बान्देलाई मोडरेटर बनाउनु हुन्न रहेछ
because of course today it's the group stages, but tomorrow
Crash game on the script भन्दै छौ
and the fact that it is the World Finals, we're going to have spectators here for the eFootball
Wait, भर्खर के देखा दे यार
World Finals 2025.
कसको रहेछ नेक्स्ट गेम
How cool would it be? It's the whole experience. This really is a festival of eFootball.
ऊ हाम्रो दाइको रहेछ है नेक्स्ट गेम KillerM12 दाइ
Arena, Alex, of course. The experience that the spectators and the visitors are going to have here is going
ल दाइको म्याच आयो सुरु भयो ल
to arrive early, I think, tomorrow.
यहाँ देखाइरहेछ विल विन द नेक्स्ट म्याच भनेर
There's some really fun.
हैन हामी त हारे नि जिते नि हामी त नेपालको सपोर्ट हो नि त हैन त र नेपालीहरुको च्याटमा डोमिनेसन रहेछ है हाम्रो नेपालीहरु ल सबले चुकु चुकु हान्छ है
from Konami as well during the day of tomorrow. First, let's decide day 1, and tomorrow for sure let's enjoy with this arena full pack of all the people who made the registration to come out and enjoy a fantastic, lovely day enjoying eFootball.
ल नेक्स्ट म्याच है हाम्रो नेपाली दाइ KillerM12
from eFootball and a lot of surprises that will come up tomorrow.
A lot of excitement still on the cards.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I just want to put this into perspective for you, Alex, while we again figure out what is, Group B, the standings there.
Right.
Anas, for me,
पेपर अल्टर बोलाए भने फर्स्ट प्राइज भन्दा महँगो पर्छ
the strongest competitor on mobile. For me, it's him in terms of experience. He's just waiting for that big tournament victory. He could be, depending on what the tiebreaker situation is, of course, if there is more eFootball to be played, we don't know. He could be on the brink of elimination here, one of the favorites out in the group stages.
Yeah, I mean, initially we said that the favorites were splitting into the 4 groups on eFootball mobile platform. In console is crazy because we have many
के भन्दै चाहिँ यिनीहरुको मैले आवाजै सुनेको छैन के भन्दै चाहिँ यिनीहरुले
the
केडा
first one, getting out in group stage, and Anas is over the limit now. Now let's see what decision is taken to decide this group B. But yeah, why not? I mean, I don't know what will happen, to be honest. We always went into this close to this situation that if everyone draws their games, it's completely random, to be honest.
Viewers in the chat are actually support for different players and countries, particularly Nepal and Bangladesh.
And surprise, and we'll see what decision is taken. And but look, Harry, how many years I've been playing competition?
Nepali chat tan. Nepali harta ni ke cha ta ni
having every single game 1-1. It's like
support गर्न चाहिँ हाम्रो नेपालीहरुबाट सिक्नु पर्छ है ओपी हरु हुनुहुन्छ खतरा
exactly, but no 1-1 every single game.
Everyone is identical.
Wow.
How are you supposed to split that? I'm glad I'm not an admin or a referee at this moment in time, because they have a...
The next game I have हाम्रो
Definitely, yeah.
KillerM12 Mitju, Mitju die हाम्रो die.
Feed that information to you as soon as we know what the plan is with Group B. But we can maybe start now, Alex, to look ahead towards Group C and D on mobile. So. We mentioned some of the big names, but having seen what's happened in Group A, and of course the nerves...
Viewers in the chat are showing support for KillerM12 and other users in eFootball, with many representing Nepal.
Right. What a story. Won every single game to qualify for this tournament at the club event finals in Milan, out of absolutely nowhere. He could be on one of the Cinderella runs in all of esports. It could be magic.
Wait,
this
यस्तो चाहिँ नलेखौँ है केटाहरु यस्तो यति साह्रो चाहिँ नलेखौँ है
च्याटमा language doesn't let me to know more about this guy, because we found out him in the Inter Milan finals a few weeks ago as well. How much? 2 months ago, and this guy performed that well.
Support त हाम्रो क्रेजी हान्दिरहेछ त है हाम्रो नेपाली दाइ भाइहरुले त ठीक छ यतिको चाहिँ हुनुपर्छ है हो कि क्या होला
pretty amazing, the respect that everyone should have around him. But
the next game है हाम्रो ल अब सुरु हुन लाग्यो है केटाहरु फुल सपोर्ट दिनुपर्छ हाम्रो दाइलाई
Gusan and Pasha, the guy from Ukraine. Tough.
KillerM12 dailai.
2 out of those 4 can get out, Alex. Only 2 out of those 4. That's
I say on X a few days ago. It's like, take a look on that group, see on mobile. Like anything can happen, because also Pasha, with just 15 years old, coming up from Ukraine. Big story behind him. Is a guy that is having a fantastic opportunity, having a fantastic experience next to esports.
Jiban dai cha ta chat हाम्रो जीवन दाइ त ओपी हुनुहुन्छ त नि eFootball को ओजी हो नेपालको सिनमा
somehow knowing the situation that is happening in Ukraine force him to get into the army, and so most likely it will be one of his last experiences in esports for an unknown time. But we wish him to see him in the future for sure, because he's a lovely guy. He's such a talented player as well, Harry. So, well, but let's focus on the results, on enjoy the experience already from being here in Japan.
अब सुरु हुन लाग्यो खै त बोलै छ दिनाहरु
Today he will have a tough task, no?
Good night दाइ हैन नेपालको म्याच हेरेर जाऊ न भाइ कहाँ अहिले सुत्न लाग्यो तिमी अब नेक्स्ट म्याच हाम्रो KillerM12 दाइको म्याच हो
Of course, we will see Group C still.
त्यही भने कमेन्ट्रीले नहान्दिसक्यो है आधी घण्टा
Of course, Juninho, Yusuf Amara, Chonkata and KillerM. I feel like there's some more upsets on the cards with that group, because you look at Chonkata, you look at Juninho, you look at Yusuf Amara, KillerM. I mean, all of them have what it takes to get out of that group, and we've seen nerves creep in so far this weekend. It's not out of the question. We could see yet another upset, and maybe another big favorite bow out here in the
नेपालबाट एउटा मात्रै दाइ जानु भएको हैन दाइ रे यार नेक्स्ट म्याच हो अब
2 underdogs and 2 potential world champions. No, whoever
spelling incorrect
watching this competition for the last previous years events, who knows the name of Juninho and Chonkata, the Brazilian and the Thailand player, that most likely that second game on their group when they are gonna face each other, for me
Killer दाइको गेम कति बेला हो रे नेक्स्ट म्याच हो यार अब नेक्स्ट म्याच
best game so far to watch in this group stage, definitely. But Don't underestimate Harry. We have seen before. Don't underestimate the guy from Nepal, Killer, and obviously Joseph Amara that we have seen before in the club event this year, and joining the World Finals through the regional qualifiers.
दाइ अनि कपिराइट लाग्दैन यसरी हेर्दा अरे लागोस् न यार भाइ हामी त सपोर्ट हान्न आएको सपोर्ट गर्नु चाहिँ छोड्नु भएन नि त त्यो कपिराइट त लागिहाल्छ नि लाग्दैन होइन मतलबै भएन नि तर हामी जो सपोर्ट चाहिँ हान्नु पर्यो हाम्रो किलर M12 दाइलाई यत्रो ग्लोबल स्टेजमा रिप्रेजेन्ट हान्दै हुनुहुन्छ अनि हामी कपिराइटको टेन्सन लिने त सपोर्ट पो दिनुभयो डाइकी यार यसले जित्यो भने त अब ग्रुप A को विनर क्वार्टरमा पुग्यो कि सेमी फाइनल पुग्यो दुईजनाको मुख पड्काउँ जस्तो भइरहेछ यार कति त्यही भनेको हाई गर्दैछु
Just going back into that game, he was up 2-0, became 2-2, and then in the dying seconds, he qualified for tomorrow with that final goal. Let's have some words out of him then. 実際ね、2-0でリードして、そこから 2-2 にされて抑えれる瞬間もありました。最終的にドラマチックなゴール3人で勝ちましたけど、今のお気持ち、そしてちょっと振り返ってみていかがでしょうか。
そうですね、もったいない試合展開ではあったんですけど、やっぱり最後の勝負強さってところは自分の強みの一つでもあるので、そこをしっかり生かして決めきることができたので本当に嬉しいです。
So Dyiki regrets how he conceded those 2 goals, and they described it as mottainai, which is like I'm full of regret to make it 2-2. But his shobu zyosa, which means his clinical kind of finishing, and is also his clinical mindset really helped him on for that final goal to make it 3-2.
रजत बुढा थोकिए के PS नेपोलियन पेजको एडमिन हो दाइ ल अब किलर दाइको गेम ल हान्नुपर्छ हेर्नुपर्छ फुल सपोर्ट साथ इन्स्टा आइडी थाहा छ र किलर दाइको किलर M12 दाइ चाहिँ PS नेपोलियन ग्रुपको एडमिन हो वान अफ द 6 जना एडमिन हुनुहुन्छ उहाँ चाहिँ वान अफ द एडमिन हो PS नेपोलियन ग्रुपको भन्दै हुन्थ्यो हाम्रो अस्ति दिपेश केसी मिजु नि
まず明日に向けては突破ができたのでここでうまく気持ちを切り替えて明日に向けて頑張っていきたいなと勢いのあるゴールをリアルにもトップチームでもこのまま勢いに持って勝ってほしいのと本当にロペス選手は自分の好きな選手でもあったのでちょっと今シーズンは残念な結果ではありましたけど本当に今までありがとうっていう気持ちも込めてパフォーマンスとかもどんどんやっていけたらなと思ってます。
最後ガッツポーズがありましたね。一番最初のイントロですね。
そうですね。使ってもらえなかったんですけど写真とかでもこれで撮ってもらったんですけど。
Yeah, so he's like really happy about the fact that he's made his way for tomorrow. He's just hoping also.
ओइ ढुङ्गाको खिचडी खाए कसले रे कसले खाएछ हो ढुङ्गाको खिचडी
F Marinos team who are struggling with the J League right now. But first of all, you just gotta take your hats off.
र नेक्स्ट गेम हाम्रो किलर M12 दाइको
Good luck tomorrow. 明日も頑張ってください。
ありがとうございます。ありがとうございます。
Of course, we've got also
वडाङ गर्छ त त्यो माइक हुते गरेको क्या कहाँ खिचडी खाएको त
goal each for our competitors. So what we're going to do, we've got a decision from
दाइ 1v1 हान्ने हो रे ए त वाच पार्टी भइराछ कुनै दिन हान्नुपर्छ
some extra time played.
अहिले चाहिँ हामी यहाँ eFootball च्याम्पियनसिप हेरिरहेछौँ
So while Group C and Group D is being actually played out, our lovely gentlemen and Tendency and Ding and Anas will be playing it out behind.
हान्नुपर्छ टाइम मिलाएर गयो ल है हाम्रो किलर M12 दाइको म्याच सुरु हुन लाग्यो अब फुल सपोर्ट हान्नुपर्छ है केटाहरुलाई
And Monsieur Ding, can we have a couple of words from you then please? Thank you. So first of all, I would like some words from Monsieur Ding over here. This is total drama. We've never seen anything like it.
म्याच चाहिँ देखाउँदैन क्या हो
Right now then.
I feel very good because my opponents is very, play very well, and I feel stressful from
the group
his
B
line of backwards and to the line of forwards. So yeah.
Bro, we have Haruki-san as a translator, but apparently we don't need Haruki-san. But Haruki-san, thanks for joining. Listen, extra time. We've never heard anything like it, right?
Number ding there, ding.
Yeah, I heard before. So yeah, I'm trying my best, enjoying the next game, and hope to get a good result.
Excellent, man. Mr. Ding and Jayo, man, good luck with you, bro. Cheers. So let's have some words from Tennessee San over to.
मेरो विचारमा के हो
Let's talk to him about this historical, dramatic.
आज गेमै देखाउँदैन जस्तो पो लाग्यो त मलाई त
Tennessee-san, 状況としてはちょっと
दाइ दमक झापाको गफ हानेर सब सेटा जित्छ होला दोष म त यिनीहरूको इङ्ग्लिस नै बुझ्दिनँ त मैले त सुनेकै छैन यार के भनिरहेछ यिनीहरूले
世界の公式大会を初めてなので、今まで見ることもあったんですけど、やっぱ見たことないので、結構驚いてます。
Yeah, he's flabbergasted. It's a proper surprise, I can't really,
good भनिरह्यो
but it is what it is. We're going to be embracing extra time in a minute.
खोइ त दाइहरूको म्याच चाहिँ नदेखाउला जस्तो पो गर्यो त
And thought of the last 2 games too then. Because he was a J-League champion too, crowned a month ago, sorry, I believe. Tennessee-san は J-League チャンピオンとして本当6月でしたよね。
そうですね、先月。
ですよね、先月。でそこからこうやって世界大会で戦っています。最初の2試合を振り返ってみて、このエクストラタイムね、延長戦に向けてのそのモチベーションを含めていかがでしょうか。
そうですね、割と状態はいいとは思うので、全然勝ってもおかしくはなかった2試合だと思っているので、次は勝ち切りたいなと思います。
ちなみにアナス選手との対戦では、結構ゲームコントロールできたのに、なかなか決めきる。
सिन्ड्रेला जस्तै छ त केटी के हो तार मिलाएर हो कि के हो रे
結構ちょっとずつパフォーマンス上がり始めてる感じですか。
少し緊張はしてるんですけど、やっぱり自分の試合運びというのを意識しながらやっているので、それがつながって結果につながってくるかなと思ってます。
Okay, so he's confident for the extra time fast approaching. The agitation, the anxiety, it's kind of like, had him holding for the first 2 games, but he's confident, he's going to show his groove and show his magic with extra time pending. So, good luck to him.
Game भन्दा बढी यिनीहरूको उयो हुँदो रहेछ
Thank you. ありがとうございました。
बुडुङ गर्छ त यस्तै लो बजेट स्ट्रिम यस्तै हो यार
So, are you ready to get this grooving to our next stage then?
You know it.
Yeah, everybody's ready. それでは続いて参りましょうか。Fantastic stuff there. Okay, okay, let's just recap on the results too then. All right. Should be displayed. Starting off with Group A, I believe. Okay, so here are the standings then. Gege, the formidable Gege and the charismatic Dyiki make their way towards tomorrow. Beautiful stuff. And hands up and
भर्खर ग्रुप 1 आउँदैछ अनि
for a cracking participation. Regards to our friends.
Group B बाट डिङ
Morocco too. Now Group B. This I've never seen anything like it
कुन चाहिँ
before.
पोइन्ट हो कुन चाहिँ के हो यो के हो 5 3 5
It's like 1 2 3 but that's
भटमास सकिएन अरे कहाँ सकिन यार गेम भरि खाने हो नि भटमास दाइको गेम हेर्दिम भनेको सुरै हुँदैन
extra time will be played behind closing doors, and so good luck to Anas, Tendency, and also Ding too. Right. Yoroshi deshoka. Fantastic, fabulous stuff. Now let's move on to mobile match 4. It's starting off from Group C.
ल है अब चाहिँ होला है नेक्स्ट गेम कहिले हो म्याच किलरको अब नेक्स्ट गेम हो हुनु चाहिँ अब यिनीहरूले देखाउँछ कि देखाउँदैन नेपाली छ कि नै केटा हो नेपाली हुनुहुन्छ हाम्रो किलर M12 दाइ हुनुहुन्छ ओए गु गेमिङ आयो यार उयो भर्खर रेड गएको थियो त्यो गु गेमिङ उदि नै आयो के रे यसको नाम बिर्स्यो हाम्रो इन्डोनेसियाको हिरो दोस हाम्रो हिरोको नाम के रे हिरोको नामै बिर्स्यो हो यो कस्तो यो यसलाई धेरैले उयो भन्छ क्या मोबाइलको लिजेन्ड ग्रुप सीहरू त डेन्जर छ त यार बट के रे बट बिर्सेँ यार मैले नि बट एन्ड हो के थियो त
Good luck, gentlemen. Show us your magic. Show us your flair.
के बट एन्ड अब ग्रुप डी को आउनुहुन्छ है ल हाम्रो युक्रेनको त पाल्मर जस्तो छ त अरे ल ग्रुप डी है ल ग्रुप डी हाम्रो नेपाली किलर M12 दाइ आउँदै हुनुहुन्छ है ल स्प्याम हान्दिउँ च्याटमा नेपाली फ्ल्याग यो ल ग्रुप डी है यो कस्तो खालको लिग हो ब्रो रे यो eFootball च्याम्पियनशिप हो यो भन्नाले eFootballको आम्मा हो किलर M12 दाइ हेर्नु बिचमा हो आम्मा हो कि क्या हो ल केडा हो योसँग हो फर्स्ट म्याच हाम्रो हो कि क्या हो अनि ल यो ओपी छ यार यो यसले जित्यो अस्ति बार्साको इभेन्ट टर्कीको नि रहेछ ल है हाम्रो किलर M12 दा इन्ट्री हुनु भइसक्यो अब दिनु आम्मा हो कि ल फुल सपोर्ट हान्नु पर्यो हाम्रो केटाहरूलाई यतिको ठाउँमा रिप्रेजेन्ट हान्नु भनेको मा खतरा हो क्या हैट यो कस्तो खालको लिग हो ब्रो रे यो भने चाहिँ eFootball च्याम्पियनशिप 2025 eFootballको सबभन्दा ठुलो कम्पिटिसन मानौँ न एउटा यत्रो ग्लोबल स्टेजमा हाम्रो नेपाललाई रिप्रेजेन्ट हान्दै हुनुहुन्छ किलर M12 दाइले कति म्याच जित्नुपर्छ अनि कति दिनसम्म चल्छ यो त आज र भोलि मात्रै हो यसको क्वालिफिकेसनहरू चाहिँ लगभग क्वालिफिकेसनहरू चाहिँ अब तपाईँ क्लब इभेन्टहरू खेलेर क्वालिफाई हुने अनि अर्को भने eFootball ओपन क्वालिफिकेसन म्याचमा भाग लिएर होइन ए फर्स्ट गेम कसको हाम्रो होइन किलर M12 दाइको होइन आज फर्स्ट गेम ग्रुप डीबाट अनि प्राइज कति हो अघि प्राइजको कुरा त केटाहरूले कति भन्दै थियो 27 लाख हो फर्स्ट प्राइज 1 10 100,000 10,000 लाख
We will keep an ear to the ground as to the final standings on Group B. Of course, played behind closed doors. I've never heard
1 लाख त त्यो उतिनलाई हो त्यो 16 जना छ नि त 16 हैन 16 जना हो कतिजना 16 जनाको लास्टमा 16 हुनेले पाउँछ हौ 1 लाख पार्टिसिपेट हुने बित्तिकै पायो 1 लाख 1-2 लाख त यो फेरि आएछ यार यिनीहरू दुईजना त भात खानु पर्यो
Nico Pramashvili from Georgia, the Inter Milan representative. Also, the debut at the World Finals of Pasha facing good games. The reigning runner-up at the World Finals 2024 last year. Good games from Japan, the winner of a Manchester United Club event finals. Then we see this group with Juninho, the Brazilian, one of the main names worldwide in the football mobile. Chomkata from Thailand. Also, Joseph Amara getting the debut, as well as KillerM12 first time ever coming to the World Finals from Japan in the history of eFootball esports. So great achievement, having Killer, a wonderful person. We were chatting yesterday a little bit. You know, he seems like a good guy, but he will be that good playing eFootball, and we will see in a few moments.
Well, we've seen already from the results from both groups A and B that there are lots of upsets to be had here if we can perform. At least that's what the players should be telling themselves. Here are the matchups we're seeing. Group C, Dennis versus
MKT.
And of course,
Pasha
versus Gu in the other game in that group. Over towards Group D, Chomkata against KillerM12 and Juninho against Yusuf Amara. Our focus primarily, Alex, I believe, will be on Chomkata, who has chosen Inter, up against KillerM12 choosing Arsenal. That'll be a big game in the context of this group because there are some
first game the last
games to be had. If KillerM can hit the ground running, he puts himself in a position to steal one of those top two spots at the end of group play today.
No, definitely, but you know,
50-50 छ त यार विन प्रेडिक्सन ल है ल सुरु भयो ल हो कि क्या होला हान्नु पर्यो है ल हाम्रो दाइलाई माया छ यार दाइलाई यार यतिको स्टेजमा लानु भने इन्टरनेसनल रिप्रेजेन्ट हान्नु भने बब्बाल हो नि यार
A fair reflection for you, Alex? Do you think that this really could be a...
Rajat Dai.
I mean, I don't know. To be honest, I will talk with the herd. I've been teammate of Chonkata back in Indonesia. And this guy is so good. And
man,
he's growing a lot as a player.
Team squad हेर्नु पायो भने त दामी
I
हुन्छ
think he's with the timing to do something great this World Finals. But with all the respect, Killer has made everything to the World Finals through the regional online qualifiers and has something to say definitely, you know, also using different teams. To be honest, it's quite an interesting match, you know.
Guys, सुरु भयो केटाहरु ल ए सुरु भयो भने फेरि यो दुई जना आएछ कमेन्ट्री गर
something different, yeah.
Right, exactly. Sounds fresh for us. It will be really interesting, so for sure.
Wait, फेरि नाइट बर्डको नाम फेरि हो
Men taking the stage here, of course, you see
ल रजत दाइ हाम्रो रजत दाइलाई अब सपोर्ट दिनु पर्यो है केटाहरु ल फुल KillerM12
one of 16 nations
माने पेमे हम ल
it's incredible to see
ढुक्क जित्छ हैन केटा हामीले
represented, but he is the lone representative from Nepal.
दाइ रजत दाइ
How to say it, Alex, kind of unknown quantity, goes under the radar a bit. We saw it at the club event finals in Inter, you remember, in Milan.
फेरि इनारलाई निकाल्दैन यार कसैले यहाँ म्याच सुरु हुन लाग्यो बेला यो दुई जना आक्कु है गर्छ त खाली
Where is he coming from? Blows everyone out of the water. Keep an eye on him, but I think for the same reason, KillerM. Let's keep our eyes on him, of course. Big chance to cause big waves in this group.
Definitely, no, we have to be honest. Historically, it's quite recent the story of eFootball Mobile esports, so it's quite more.
फेरि इनार कहाँबाट आयो कस्तो गेम सुरु हुने बेला ल है हाम्रो KillerM12 दाइको म्याच सुरु हुँदैछ है केटाहरु कति दिनको हो म्याच आज ग्रुप स्टेज म्याच भोलि फाइनल हो यार सुरु भइसक्यो केटाहरु ल म्याच अब एउटा यो दुई जनालाई हटाउन यार कसरी कस्तो हेर्नु मनलाई चाहिँ यार हाम्रो दाइको म्याच थाइल्यान्डको केटा हो कि केटी हो अपोनेन्ट केटा हो यार तर नाममा चाहिँ केटी छ यार हैन त्यस्तो नराम्रो भन्नु चाहिँ खोजेन ल सुरु भइसकेछ यार ल हाम्रो KillerM12 भर्सेस ब्रु JXMKT
I was wrong with the team chosen by Chonkata. Is FC
Merino.
Chonkata and KillerM with Arsenal.
ओए यो त के हो दाइले त आर्सेनलको टिमबाट पो उति गर्नु भइराछ रिप्रेजेन्ट हान्नु भइराको क्या
research as well, Alex. KillerM here
हान्यो
आम्मा on the Arsenal side of things, trying to push the pace a wee bit. We will see exactly how this one transpires. We'll be keeping an eye on all of the matches across groups.
Megales.
But Chonkata
दाइले आउट वाइड खेलिरहनु भएको जस्तो लाग्यो हैन रहेछ क्विक काउन्टर
Has some defending to do first though.
Oh, look at that. So interesting to see Christensen as a DMF for FC Barcelona. John Cata having some new research into
Saka.
Players not expected to be in that position when now
La Chiro. Nice.
With that finesse, first chance for Chomkata putting some pressure on.
Long ball हो कि क्या हो हैन यार long ball. क्विक काउन्टर खेल्नु भइरा जस्तो लाग्यो मलाई.
Look at that skill.
ला छ्या हैन केही छैन यार ठीक छ ल त्यहाँ क्या मिस्टेक भइदिरा क्या हाम्रो अड्क्यो नेट अड्क्यो छैन ल एक गोल डाउन भइदिरा यार 20 मिनेट भयो केही छैन हामीले फर्काउन सक्छ यो दाइको नेट डाउन भयो भने दाइको नेट अड्क्यो भनेको Nice. Timber. Nice. Kai Havertz lo. Side netting by the rat. Nice try there. Lovely.
So we ask the players to keep the replay of the chances for the spectators at home. When it's now
हान्छ जस्तो लाग्यो कमब्याक त हान्छ हामीले Nice, Kai Havertz. Lo. Corner.
From the man from Nepal, from KillerM12.
Been impressed. What I've seen in response by KillerM here is
Decline.
that corner.
Man.
Chance. Declan Rice heads off target. But there is a front foot mentality you feel from KillerM. He does not want to let this one go so early on just because his opponent is the favourite potentially for this group. 35 minutes gone. Odegaard here.
Odegaard.
Across the halfway line. Havertz gets the ball back, but a couple of tackles here from Chomkata that are just going his way, and that might allow him to break now. Frankie de Jong is not in the right place to receive that one. And now KillerM starting to find his footing here in the final third. Havertz can't squeeze it round to Trossard. And after a good passage of overplay here, we're just 5 minutes from half time in match one, heat one of this group.
Just to update, Pasha going to the halftime leading 1-0 over Good Games.
Wow,
the young guy from Ukraine leading over the reigning runner-up at the World
Finals.
Nice, roge. Night wordle भन्ने होला हैन
And the rest of the game still 0-0. The corner kick for Chomkata, one of the last action inside this first half, playing short.
Lovely.
Declan Rice regaining the ball for that counter of KillerM12.
Half time
The whistle from the referee.
1-0 down छ हामी तर केही छैन
So far the moment.
फर्किन्छ भन्ने आश छ है लभली गइरहेछ हाम्रो पासिङहरु चाहिँ यो फेरि आयो है दुई जनाहरुले
conceding, KillerM that is not letting this one go. There's goals going in around all of our grounds, Alex, but I believe the second half now is underway between those two. I look forward to keeping an eye on how this will shape up.
ओए के सेकेन्ड हाफ सुरु भइसक्यो छिटो ओडगार्ड हान्यो ल हान्यो उ अनि नाइस कमब्याक स्टार्टिङमै हान्दियो है हाम्रो KillerM12 दाइ यतिकै त कहाँ छोड्नु भयो त हैन Lovely lofted pass here.
That long room for Kai having to receive the ball wasn't the best finishing, but good enough to go over and get the equalizer. Great response, KillerM12 back on track, 1-1.
Mikel Merino, Pedri, Olmo. ओए क्या क्विक खेल्दिरा 5-3-2 छ त रे कसको अप्पोको कि हाम्रो
In such a play of Lewandowski, it made it super necessary.
ब्याक फाइभ खेलिरा हामीले मैले यादै गरेको थिएन काय हाबार्स ल हैन त्यो उयो भएर रहेछ ब्रो त्यो 2 बार खेलेर ब्याक फाइभ भएको हो एकछिन Megan's Declan Rice खोस्यो धन्न है धन्न डिक्लाइन राइसमा उ त्यो डिप लाइनको उ त्यो इन्स्ट्रक्सन छ जस्तो छ हेलो ब्रो 1500 के हो 1500 त्यो इसियोमा हाम्रो सपोर्ट दिनुभएको केटाहरूले सो उयोहरू हेरौँ भनेको यार फर्मेसनहरू खोइ केही देखाउँदैन यार चिल्याक्स पारमा हुनुहुन्छ हाम्रो KillerM12 दाइ होम अनि बेमे होम जित्छ होइन त केटाहरू हामीले यसरी नै राम्रो खेल्यो भने त सक्छ यार
platform you get a bit more time to be a bit more strategic but sometimes the mobile games the
Declan Rice Megales all man side netting भइदिरा नाइस ट्राई देयर आज बेलुका के हुने हो रे आज कोअप हुन्छ बेलुका मिकेल मरिनो
Is KillerM12 giving a great performance so far against one of the favorites, Chom Katawa now is putting some pressure, but not finding Dani Olmo. Nice way to regain the ball quickly, connecting with Lewandowski. Ferran Torres.
Wait,
Still on the chance for Chom Kata.
Nice.
Anywhere will do.
के भइरहेको हो दाइ रे अहिले हाम्रो नेपाली KillerM12 दाइको म्याच भइरहेको हो यार ओए धन्न है धन्न नेपालको पनि गएको छ हो त्यही अहिले यो भइरहेको म्याच हो नेपाल भर्सेस थाइल्यान्ड भइरहेछ अहिले 1-1 भइरहेछ है हान्यो ल म्यान नाइस ट्राई थियो यार
Was Declan Rice deflecting that ball.
Best top block.
One of the last actions so far of the game 1 in this Group D. Chom Kata with a chance. Ferran Torres, Lewandowski once and again. My God, yes.
Good defending.
We are playing. हामी त के 4-1-3-2 खेलिरा जस्तो लाग्यो यार 4-3-1-2 हो कि 4-1-3-2 हो यार
And I tell you what, with time still on the clock. And ball in his possession, there's a chance.
And here, quick, lovely quick here. Nice. Ani. Lovely यार. जित्यो easy सही होला. KillerM12 दाइ OP अन च्याट हान्दिम न सबले. काय हाबार्सको सेकेन्ड गोल हैन. OP यार हाम्रो KillerM12 दाइ. रजत बुढा थोकी दाइ OP यार.
Impressive, simply impressive.
KillerM12 दाइ OP अन च्याट सबले सही हो सही एउटा मात्र म्याच हो कि अरु नि हुन्छ ग्रुप हामी चाहिँ ग्रुप डी मा हो अरु नि हुन्छ ग्रुप डी को अरुहरुसँग नि हुन्छ अब त्यसको लाइभ टेलिकास्ट चाहिँ हुन्छ कि हुँदैन भन्ने कुरा हो यो चाहिँ फर्स्ट गेम हो ग्रुप डी को गुड 1-0 डाउन थियो अहिले 2-1 अप भइसक्यो इन्सेन कमब्याक यार हाम्रो KillerM12 दाइ जिजी यार ओपी अन च्याट हान्दिमै सबले सही हो सही यार कति मिनेट भयो कति म्याच जित्नु पर्छ फाइनलमा जानलाई त्यो ग्रुप स्टेजमा टप हुनुपर्छ मेन अनि त्यसपछि चाहिँ छिर्छ सेमी फाइनलमा छिर्छ होला डाइरेक्ट सेमी फाइनल
is it the result to go towards KillerM12?
ओए कति मिनेट छ ल 2 बारै 93 नाइस 94 भनेपछि कति हो प्लस जितिसक्यो त हामीले अब जित्यो ल टाइमै छैन रहेछ अनि उडायो ल अनि अब लास्टमा काम लाग्छ के नेपाली ट्याक्टिस ल हाम्रो है फर्स्ट गेम जित्यो है ल सही हो हाम्रो रजत दाई KillerM12 ओपी अन च्याट हान्दिम है सबले ल है फर्स्ट गेम जितिसक्यो हामीले 3 पोइन्ट्स जिजी तर त्यो थाइल्यान्डको केटाले नि दामी खेल्यो यार जिजी यार हाम्रो दाइ त ओपी भइहाल्यो यार KillerM12 दाइ त अब नेक्स्ट गेम त कति बज्यो हो त एकैतालमा 1-2 बजीतिर हुन्छ होला के हो अहिले हुने हो कि के हो बान्द्रे मितु च्याटमा हो ओपी है ओपी ल यार सही गुजबम्स आइदिएर यार
something more difficult than this one is simply impossible. Well, let's see how we finish the rest of the game after the update. We saw that Dennis is leading 4-0 over Niko Premashvili. We are waiting results for the rest of the games.
रजत दाइको इन्टरभ्यु चाहियो के यो दुई जनालाई निकाल्दैन यार यो अर्को म्याच सुरु भइसक्यो यो ओपी हो यार यो यसलाई चाहिँ फुट मोबाइल के अरे ई फुटबल मोबाइलको जो वान अफ द बेस्ट प्लेयर भन्छ क्या यसलाई त्यो इन्डोनेसियाको छ त यो डेनिस बटन हेरौँ यसले त कति हान्ने यसले 4 हानेको कि खाएको हो कि के हो 4 हानिदिइसकेछ अनि 4 हानिदिइसकेछ नि त कस्तो खेल्छ क्या यसले डेनिस बट एन्ड ओपिस हेऱ्यो मान्छे
We're into stoppage time now, but it's 4-0 to Dennis. That will do wonders to his goal difference. He's heading it down, looking for more as well.
Dennis, which is completely making a comeback to Niko Premashvili, who beat his closer friend Philip Frank.
Easy and there, खुसी पनि छैन हौ अझै हेर न 4 हानेर खुसी छैन ह्यान्सी फ्लिक हो क्या
I mean, seems easy, but at this level, Harry and such a great opponent as Niko.
विश्वासको 1 versus 1 आइछ वाच पार्टी हानिरहेको छु यार केटा हो के हो यो मेरो साथी हान जस्तै छ रहेछ उताको के अरे नामै बिर्से मलेसियाको के अरे मलेसिया म्यानमार
Looked really strong there, but here at the World Finals is struggling to get going. Has 2 more matches, of course, still to come to try and set that one right. Elsewhere in Group C, I believe we saw Pasha taking down Gu, 2-1, the final score. Wow. So, Pasha, the 15-year-old.
ल है त यार अब हाम्रो ने ग्रुप डी को ग्रुप डी को नेक्स्ट गेम अब भइहाल्छ कि के हो
And then between Juninho and Yusuf Amara, I could not tell you.
अर्को गेम कतिखेर अब त्यही मेरो विचारमा एकैछिनमा हुन्छ होला अब सकिन्छ अब अर्को गेम नि भइहाल्छ अब फर्स्ट गेम जितिसक्यो 3 पोइन्ट्स ओपी हान्दिनु भयो KillerM12 लाई
beating such a big player as Agu Games, and also Killer from Nepal beating Jonkara. It is the underdogs of becoming the favorites on their groups. So far so good. This is the world final, especially the
next game is Dennis versus Pasha
with 15 or 16 different game styles. It makes you understand that your game style can work once, but at this level you need to have a room of different plans to really predict
आउट वाइड खेले हो कि एलबीसी खेले हो दाइले रे एलबीसी त हैन होला सायद एलबीसी त हैन हेरौँ है फेरि रिवाज हानुमा
a coin flip situation.
To be honest, it's 12.
One, he is the laureate at the club. This guy, you know, big
accessible team. When we go up, we got the
के जस्तो लाग्यो भनेपछि डिप लाइन इन्स्ट्रक्सन छ डिक्लाइन राइसमा हैन त्यो चाहिँ मैले देखिए ठक्क एलबीसी त हैन यार के हो आउट वाइड हो कि आउट वाइड र क्विक काउन्टरमा एउटा होला ल गेस हान्न त केटाहरू के रहेछ पकाए 4-1 ए त्यो 4-3-2 को फर्मेसनको उ त्यसमा रहेछ क्या 4-3-2 फर्मेसन यस्तो मिला रहेछ दाइ
Players not expected to be in that position when now John Kata with Pedri the double shot with that finesse. First chance for John Kata putting some pressure over Killer, and I have to say I prefer to see John
Kata with Barcelona किनभने डिफेन्स त कडक छ डिफेन्सिभ स्ट्रक्चर
John Kata, the benefactor, kept it alive, found the finish, and he's a reason, having won a club event finals this year, that we are keeping an eye on him and his movements moving forward. 1-0 to him.
Now nerves are coming up. We just remind this is the first
outward
game so far for these competitors and the first appearance at the World Finals on the stage with another header.
QC र LBC मा एउटा ल
response of Killer with that header, I think it's Kai Havertz.
टेट फेरि हेरे रहेछ रे हैन यो कुन खेली एलबीसी खेल्नु भएको हो कि आउट वाइड खेल्नु भएको रे ल पत्ता लाउ त दोस्त आउट वाइड त हैन रहेछ ल 1 2 3
from the man from Nepal from KillerM12.
Been impressed what I've seen in response by KillerM. Here is that he does not want to let
LBC होला कि अनि इन्डिभिजुअल स्ट्रक्चर दिएको फर्मेसन चाहिँ मैले पत्ता लगाइसके हैन 4-3-2 को उते रहेछ हैन
35 minutes gone. Rudiger here across the halfway line. Havertz gets the ball back, but a couple of tackles here from John Kata that are just going his way, and that might allow him to break now. Frankie de Jong is not in the right place to receive that one.
LBC होला LBC होला मैले थाहा पाइसे LBC फर्मेसन 4-3-2 ल 4-3-2 मा इन्डिभिजुअल इन्स्ट्रक्सन दिएछ डिक्लाइन राइसमा डिप लाइन को डिप लाइन अथवा एङ्करिङमा एउटा दिएछ हैन अनि अरु के छ यहाँ
over the reigning runner-up at the World Finals.
4-1-3-2 र 4-3-2 मा एउटा होला दाइ अहिले कुन म्याच हुँदैछ नेपाल फाइनलमा छ मलाई फिचर्स बुझाउन न अरे अहिले त्यही हेरिरा हामीले अब भर्खर नेपालले एक गेम जित्यो ग्रुप डी मा अब 3 पोइन्ट्स थाइल्यान्डले जित्यो अब अरु हेरौं के हुन्छ अब ग्रुप सी को म्याच हुँदैछ अहिले फेरि बान्द्रे मिजु त्यो डिस्कर्ड मा हाल्दिनु त मलाई उयो फिचर्सहरु डेनिस बटेन्ट गोट हो यो eFootball मोबाइल को गोट चाहिँ यही हो one of the greatest
supporter di Indonesia, supporter terus aku, semoga aku bisa bawa pulang pialanya ke Indonesia.
So to all my lovely fans from Indonesia, I really hope that I can bring the trophy back for you.
Lovely stuff from Dennis then. Good luck with further on then. Thank you, sir. Cheers. Dennis, thank you. Right, good luck later on, man. Well, okay, so I would like to also have some words with Monsieur Chomkata and also our hero from Nepal, KillerM, if they could possibly make their way towards us, that would be lovely. Thank you, thank you. First of all, can I ask
Gu Gaming आयो भिरो Gu Gaming सँग के रे Gu Gaming भन्ने Gu भन्न आएछ थाइल्यान्डको उ त्यो यो जितेकोहरुको पछिको फिचर छैन रे
Since it's the first day, so it's not go as I planned, but for the next round I will do my best.
त्यो डिस्कर्डमा हाल्दिन त म हेर्छु सर र फोकसको कि ए हैन 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 हामीले रजत दाइको अघि इस्यु हाल्दिन भएको थियो रजत दाइको इन्टरभ्यु सुनौँ न पहिला अब फेरि ठ्याङठ्याङ ठुङठुङ गर्छ केटाहरु एकछिन
รู้สึกดีครับสำหรับทัวร์นาเมนต์นี้ใน first match ก็หวังว่านัดต่อไปจะทำผลงานได้ดีแล้วก็ให้เครดิตคู่แข่งครับ
ओ त्यो केटीले कस्तरी सुनिरहेछ त पछाडी ए ट्रान्सलेटर
Excellent. Yeah, we'll be looking up towards your skills. Our commentators described you as being one of the favorites, so we'll be looking forward to seeing you do your thing then. Thank you, Chomkata-san. Okay, and let's have some words from KillerM then. Congratulations, mate. That was smashing. You were 1-0 down. Tell me how you felt 1-0 down to bring it back to this significant, incredible victory then.
First of all, there was mixed emotions for me because this is my first tournament of eFootball. So I believed in myself and I tried to do my best. So that is what gave me a reason for comeback and everything.
Super stuff. Now tell me your history. When was the first time you came across it when you played eFootball?
During COVID, I started playing eFootball. So in Nepal, there is not many tournaments, so I just played like continuously, and then with my efforts and everything, with my everything.
It's amazing, man. What does it mean for you to represent Nepal?
It is a very proud moment for me to represent Nepal in this global stage of eFootball and esports.
And Arsenal's a good team?
Yeah, Arsenal is a very good team. I like because they are very balanced from defense to attack and everything.
You have your trust in Kai Havertz?
Yeah, I like Kai Havertz.
We'll look forward to see you working your magic with the next opponents too then. So good luck then, and really well done. A superb performance to start off with. Thank you. So hats off to our gentleman over here.
Lai ho ki kya होला lovely पारामा दिनु भयो दाइले Kai Havertz रे नि Kai Havertz ले बचाउनु भयो हामीलाई फर्स्ट गेममा lovely lovely KillerM12 दाइको ओपी भएको थियो फर्स्ट गेम अब त कहिले हो सेकेन्ड गेम
That's right.
Yeah. Well, good luck with both of them then. Let's have a look at the results then.
All right.
Here we go. So we're into Group C and Group D. First of all, Group C mobile. Yeah. So we haven't heard from Pasha yet, but Pasha, incredible. You know,
3 points.
Described it as being a significant shock, but against Gu,
goal 4 goal हानेको 4 goal difference 3 points.
Dennis and Pasha 1 and 2. Let's go to Group D. So that opening win for KillerM.
हामी on top मा छ त नि Group D को
drew leaves the current standings as it is.
3 points 1 goal खाएको 2 goal हानेको जुनिनोले ल जुनिनोको ड्र भएछ यार जुनिनो र आमाराको
miraculous gents over there.
Sounds good.
Seriously, how did they do it, man?
They're amazing.
They're incredible. Okay then, take it away, sir.
Thank you much, Sugi. Great to have you guys on the stage, making sure that everything is being represented properly. We want to hear from these players. We want to hear the stories. Of course, Kate, fantastic to have you, making sure Sugi is staying in line as well. Alex, we have had our first heat, our first round of games on mobile, right, in the books now. Where do we sit? Who really
second game Amara-sanga, third game Juninho.
This next round of fixtures, because there are some big games coming up.
I mean, the most surprise that you cannot believe in the odds. No, at the end of the day, every single game we have new expectation, and no one's aligned with the ones before on paper. I mean, let's see. It's still quite open. Juninho not being able to become Joseph Amara is another impressive shot for the first time in this competition. So no one for the favorites has won on round 1 in this Group C and D. So I mean, let's take a look. In the meantime, we are having these 4 games simultaneously happening in a row. Onik Dennis facing Pasha. Both winners of round 1 will face off right now. And Anika Premiershvili versus Go Games with a need to win after that loss on round 1. In Group D, Juninho facing Chom Kata. What a game to watch. Wow. And also Joseph Amara, KillerM12, and both underdogs with a chance to put in a really nice position in this Group D, Harry.
Yeah, I think Group D is set up really nicely, as you've said, Alex, but I think Group C is quite fascinating.
Yeah,
when you look at the 2 games we have going on, of course, the 2 men at the bottom, Premiershvili and Gu, those 2 are, of course, club event champions from Manchester United into Milan, so those are big clubs. They're currently in need of a win. Now we see Dennis and Pasha, 2 players who have won both of their opening matches.
Oye, Dennis ko match आयो त Dennis bottom.
Seem to think this is one-way traffic.
Hero ko match आएछ नि. जितिन्छ होला यार, जित्नु परिहाल्यो नि अब हाम्रो त. जिते नि हारे नि यतिको स्टेजमा पुर्याएपछि अहिलेलाई चाहिँ जे होस् एकदम हाम्रो लागि चाहिँ ठुलो कुरा हो के यो इन्टरनेशनल स्टेजमा रिप्रेजेन्ट नेपाललाई ग्लोबल स्टेजमा रिप्रेजेन्ट हान्नु भनेको त्यहीमाथि फर्स्ट गेम चाहिँ जितिसक्यो यो फेरि आयो यो दुईजना त
just the first game, but potentially the winner of this game too between Pasha and Dennis will be almost qualified for the knockouts.
Well, the players are moments from kickoff as we just saw them in the game. Here we go, here is kickoff between our featured match number 5 of the stream, match 2 of Group C, Dennis against Pasha. And some game this will be as well. It will be Dennis in the home Barcelona strip and Pasha in the away, and it is Dennis who seems to be moving fairly freely in the opening 5, almost fashioning a goal to start things off here.
Sound अलि सानो आयो के गेम को.
Of course, Dennis sitting with a significant goal difference advantage, and well,
कोही हाने सुरुमै.
And it's off the frame of the goal.
Pasha versus Dennis.
Pasha almost gets himself into the lead.
Unless the corner kick, which seems to be so important, Rafinha for Pasha, looking for Ferran Torres. Ooh. It's not the best one with those header, but it seems to be in a really nice position.
Dennis le
Set pieces coming up for
the
Ukrainian.
First game त 4 हान्दैछ डेनिसले अनि
Jules Koundé, a right footer.
eFootball मोबाइलको वान अफ द खतरा हो के डेनिस तर यहाँ अब के हुन्छ हेरौँ.
Dennis having a hard time in these initial moments of the game.
Yeah, I think this one could be a really back and forth affair. We did see Dennis, of course, with the opening attack of the game threatened Pasha's goal, but since then it has been mostly Pasha's game. Lewandowski, he's still keeping things alive there for the young Ukrainian, of course, just 15 years old. And he's winning the ball back here again as well. There's a chance for the opening goal, and it is Pasha. It's Pasha who opens our scoring.
Lovely, lovely to see some emotion on Pasha.
Lovely, and the Cole Palmer. Pasha.
Finding that inside line.
अर्को म्याच कतिखेर छ किलरको अर्को गेम यो ग्रुप सी को म्याचहरु सकेपछि अब अहिले ग्रुप सी को भइरहेछ अनि त्यसपछि फेरि ग्रुप डी को पालो
In the other game so far, Harry, let's update is Joseph Amara leading 1-0 over Killer.
1-2 आमाम
And also
यो eFootball को के त्यही गेममै उयो त्यो भइरहेछ हौ उयो भइरहेछ ग्लिच भइरहेछ क्या त्यहीँनिर मेन ठाउँमै म्याच हुँदैछ होला अरे त्यो नि हुनसक्छ हाम्रो सेकेन्ड गेम भइरहेको नि हुनसक्छ फर्स्ट गेम मात्रै टेलिकास्ट गर्यो अब खै सेकेन्ड गेम थर्ड गेम टेलिकास्ट गर्छ कि गर्दैन अब त्यो चाहिँ भन्न सक्दैन हान्यो दुईटा म्याच भइरहेछ जस्तो छ अरे ग्रुप सी र ग्रुप डी को अब कुन कुन म्याच भइरहेछ हुनु होप गरौँ हामीले जितोस् हाम्रो KillerM12 दाइले लभली पारामा अर्को गेम नि जित्यो भने त हामीलाई त सेमीसम्म जाने त अनि चान्स एटलिस्ट ड्र मात्रै हाने नि हुन्छ किनभने त्यो फर्स्ट गेम जुनिनो र आमाराको 1-1 भएर रहेछ ड्र एक पोइन्ट छ हाम्रो 3 पोइन्ट छ
Pasha 1, Dennis 0. And Dennis having a really hard time dealing with Pasha's Barcelona.
Nice.
Chance for Dennis.
अघि पनि दुईतिर गेम भएको थियो त्यो नि हो अब भइरह नि हुन सक्छ हाने आमा कमब्याक हाने यो मान्छे त खुसी हुँदैन क्या हो अघि 4 हान्दैन नि यस्तै मुख थियो अहिले कमब्याक हान्दा नि यस्तै मुख छ
scoring in a crucial moment before the halftime, Harry. He has to get on track in his chances to be on top of this Group C.
Well, Pasha's defence held up for the better half of the first half and almost hung on the entire way. But Dennis would not be denied.
I love the fake shot from Dennis when he was controlling Lewandowski. Just to put some nerves and some confusion of Pasha. And now is Dennis with the momentum. Ferran Torres with another fake shot.
It's कस्तो फेक शट हान्ने यार ल म्यान फेक शट डबल टच हो लेभलै छुट्टै छ यार त्यसो प्रोफेसनलहरुको यार
Well, that is the very best of Dennis. That's the very best he has to offer.
डेनिस पर्ट्यानलाई रिस उठाइदिएछ नि त नि
In a matter of moments. Wow.
Now definitely we saw some room of nerves.
जुनिनोको गेम भइरहेको रहेछ
And that was really dramatic when we will jump off.
जुनिनो भर्सेस त्यो अघिको थाइल्यान्डको केटा हामीसँग हामी KillerM12 सँग हार्नु भएको फेरि हारेछ क्या हो त्यो
We'll put some counter attack. Is a massive score for these two.
Dio.
Right after.
Cole Palmer bichara.
It is. Chonkata has to score right after lose against Killer.
अबि जुनिनोले यो गेम जित्यो भने त 4 पोइन्ट हुन्छ त उनीहरुको त जुनिनोको त
10 minutes left, Harry.
हाम्रो नि भइरा हो कि KillerM12 दाइको नि भइरा जस्तो लाग्यो मलाई आने ओइ स्वाट त गयो त के भएको थियो
When it looks to be the equalizer. It went out. Down. Still time. 7 minutes.
KillerM12 दाइको चाहिँ खोइ देखाएन यार सेकेन्ड गेम भइराको जस्तो लाग्यो मलाई
Could be a chance that Chonkata will live to regret. As Juninho here pushing with Barcelona. Of course, he won the Barcelona Club Event Finals. He is
दुईजना बार्सिलोना रिप्रेजेन्ट हानिरहेछ
So he knows this team inside and out. He was the second player to qualify for the World Finals.
दुई गेम हारिसक्यो थाइल्यान्डको
And Chonkata's being
ब्रुजे एक्सएम केटे
Oh, he's won the ball back though. That could be a costly mistake by Juninho. Can Chonkata salvage anything? It's now or never. Oh, he can't quite poke the ball through. And there is the full-time whistle.
द जुनिनोको 4 पोइन्ट भयो नि त हाम्रो KillerM12 को दाइको 3 पोइन्ट यसको 4 पोइन्ट भएन KillerM12 दाइको के भइरहेछ खोइ देखाउनु नि टक्क
When the game is resumed now, Dennis Bernard leading 2-1. over Pasha. Wow, what a match, Harry. What a match. What a match.
It's a big result because Chonkata, one of our favorites, Alex. We always do our research and take a look at who we expect.
फेरि ग्रुप सी को डेनिस बटनले त ओभरपावर्ड हान्दिसक्यो यार सबलाई.
Now is having to look elsewhere to see if he can still survive. Well, over here, Dennis versus Pasha. After the hour mark, it is Dennis 2, Pasha 1.
And seems to be a tough one for Chonkata, which, yeah, after 2 defeats in a row. But now he's matched up with the ball. The Ukrainian trying to combine between Ferran Torres and Lewandowski, which seems to be the main duo so far in these World Finals. Alejandro Balde with that extra run to Dani Olmo. Could be Dennis to kill the score. It's Dennis! Great save. Wasn't the best decision so far among all of them he had at that time. But now the counter. But Ronald Araujo and hectic pace right now. Harry, 20 minutes left. 2-1 for the Indonesian guy, for Dennis Bernard.
That was a big chance to almost kill off the game there from Dennis, but Pasha. Some kind of aura about him here. Rafinha
nice
on the ball for him as Torres takes the fast strike inside the box. 15 minutes left. Pedri.
Christensen 77 minute. Pasha को लागि अब लास्ट 10 मिनेट मात्रै छन् ल भेट्यो काउन्टर. लेवन्डोस्की इजी हान्दियो यार. डेनिस बटनले त इजी हान्दियो त नि यार. ग्रुप सी मा फर्स्ट गेममा 4 गोल, सेकेन्ड गेममा 3 गोल. हैट खडा यार. त्यतिकै वान अफ द ग्रेटेस्ट भन्दैन रहेछ नि त डेनिसलाई. मोबाइल eFootball मोबाइल को इन्डोनेसिया को.
It's difficult, so difficult when you take the lead against Dennis. He is
फेरि आयो यिनीहरु दुईजना.
You just have to cling on to that lead.
डोमिनेट गर्दियो ग्रुप सी त त्यही भने गोट खुसी नै छैन के त्यो हेर्नु हो फेरि. त्यतिकै गोड भन्दैन रहेछ नि त्यसलाई eFootball मोबाइलको यार. थाहा पायो नि त आज हैन.
Is there time? Of course, on mobile, the clock does tick down so fast. You'd expect this one to be out of Pasha's reach, though.
No, I mean, definitely this game is not bad at all. I mean, you can lose this game after that victory on game 1. But
अर्को नि हान्छ क्या.
Now Dennis coming up with Rafinha, the fake shot inside the ball.
Fake shot.
Another fake shot, leaving behind the fake.
Fake shot. आम्मामा. दुई थर्ड फेक छ.
Rafinha with some joga bonito on hands of Dennis Bernard.
Dennis in control, a 2-goal cushion, and his goal difference is looking very healthy in this group as well.
ल हान्ने चान्स मौका.
As for Pasha, he wants to try and power forward to keep this game a contest, but for now, Alex, I think this one is just out of his reach.
We see how important is nowadays
तर एउटा कुरा थाहा पाए केटाहरु अरूहरु सबले डिफेन्सिभ फुलब्याक युज गरिरा छैन टुर्नामेन्टमा. डेनिस बटन मात्रै होला के दुईटा अफेन्सिभ फुलब्याक युज गरेर हान्दिरा छ. 4 हान्दियो यार. फर्स्ट गेममा 4, सेकेन्ड गेममा 4. ग्रेटेस्ट अफ अल टाइम त्यतिकै भने हैन रहेछ नि त नि केटोलाई. डेनिस बटनले
4-1 and it seems to be enough for Dennis Bernard to clinch another 3 points.
GG हान्दियो यार. आम्मामा. डेनिससँग को पर्छ सेमी फाइनलमा हेर्नु मजा आउने.
Bernard, he looks in final form in stoppage time, scoring his 4th. That is the 2nd match in a row he's scored for the final scoreline. It is indeed Dennis 4, Pasha 1. And that sees Dennis in a very comfortable position within this group.
Dominate on their group C.
He's through to the knockout stages tomorrow, no matter what happens.
Yeah, because of goal difference, definitely I think so. Because that group C remains standing with Dennis 6 points. I think it's a good games with 3 after the victory over Nico Pramashvili and Pasha with 3 as well.
Next match, so KillerM12
third round will decide if
टेलिकास्ट गर्छ कि
Pasha
गर्दैन
games will join Dennis Bernard on quarterfinals from this Group C. I mean, great, impressive, good goals, drama. I mean, we just warm up, still early on the day, but every time, every hour is getting better and better, Harry.
It's seeming as if
सालु दोष
we
देश
see
त्यही
these
भने
players almost want to one-up each other, which is
Right.
what we want to see at a World Finals. We know the level they can achieve, and all it takes is
कति
one
बोल्दो
player to
रहेछ
step
यो
up,
दुईजना त
and then no one likes to be bested, so everyone's trying to up their game. We're seeing that so far from Dennis. He looks dangerous. He for me looks to be the pick of the bunch from Mobile so far, based on his results in the group stages. If he can carry that over to tomorrow, Alex, well, that world title and that trophy surely has his name just waiting to be put on it.
No, definitely. We all know on eFootball Mobile you cannot control every single action what happened on the game, but which is true that Dennis Bernard on possession looks incredible, no? And the level of dominance that he has on the control of the ball, with those dribbling, with those fake shot that we haven't seen barely before in the previous matches. I mean, it's another level. No, just to remind, they don't get the super cancel, which is so useful in console, but
of course,
with those fake shot, he can avoid that interception, that match and bottom from the opponent. So he's using it so well, and that last goal, Harry, Tuche.
Amazing. Yeah, truly the best of Dennis that we've seen so far anyway. We say that players like to one-up themselves. Looking at elsewhere, of course, I believe we say goodbye to Apia Mashvili, sadly, losing his opening 2 games. It's tough. Obviously, our Inter Milan champion, he looked very, very strong back in Milano, but sadly...
It's 100%, but he will need to win by a lot of goals.
Live chat
expect Dennis to beat also
will win the next
game.
game.
So I won't say
Amara
it's
versus
100%,
JXMKT. खोइ त अनि हाम्रो
but it's quite low the chances for our Premiers really. Well, we have
रजत दाइको म्याच हुनुपर्ने हैन त नेक्स्ट गेम यो JXMKT को त 3टै म्याच भइसक्यो
Guys, over to you. Break down what just happened.
Thank you, Harry. Thank you, Alex. We got the man on fire. Monsieur Dennis on stage.
Dennis Bernard.
How'd you
Cool.
do it? You are rolling.
Ya, aku mungkin lagi
Dennis fire si fire.
Hari ini 2 match pertama.
Ditsi भनेर आछ यो Dennis
menang secara meyakinkan. Ya, yang target utama hari ini udah kecapai, yaitu lolos grup.
So I feel that I'm very lucky today. Like even during my first match and this match, I can win with like a clear clarity. So I have already accomplished my goal for today, which is to make into the next round.
Listen, you just said you were lucky, yeah? I don't think there's any luck with the footwork that you showed with Pedri, you know, and there's 2 goals, the double Dutch in there too, mate. It's just
कसरी गर्ने हो यसमा पार्टिसिपेट
listen,
त्यो क्वालिफायर गेमहरु हुन्छ क्वालिफायर गेमहरु यी फुटबलले हाल्दिरा हुन्छ त्यहाँ राउन्ड 1 राउन्ड 2 राउन्ड 3 राउन्ड 4 गर्दै त्यसमा पार्टिसिपेट हुँदै जाने अनि रिजनल फाइनलहरु खेल्ने अनि त्यसरी सेलेक्ट हुन्छ
Cukup puas sama 2 pertandingan pertama, tapi ya ini belum selesai, masih group stage kan. Ujian yang utamanya bagi aku tuh di knockout stage, dan ya target utama aku di sini datang ke sini adalah untuk jadi juara dunia. Jadi ini belum selesai.
मोबाइल को one of the best player यही हो है केटा यी फुटबल मोबाइल को डेनिस बर्नार्ड इंडोनेशिया को
because my main goal today is to be the world champion. So the next important stage, which is the local stage, knockout stage. Yeah, and the knockout stage, I will also perform my best.
Well, best of luck with that.
फर्स्ट गेममा 4 गोल हान्दियो सेकेन्ड गेममा 4 गोल हान्दियो केटो तमा फायर छ यार
The devastating Mr. Dennis, and thank you very much. Dennis, arigatou gozaimasu. Thank you to you. I would also like to welcome onto the stage Juninho. and Chomkata-san too, for a quick interview if possible.
Go Gaming सँग हो नेक्स्ट म्याच डेनिस बर्नार्ड को अभी गो गेमिङ नि ओपी छ
Let's have some words from Chomkata-san too to start off with. It's been
जुनिनो हैन जुनिनो र
tournament. Tell us how you feel about it.
त्यो थाइल्यान्ड को मसँग नपरेर हो यसको हैन त्यो ई फुटबलमै आइरा हुन्छ क्वालिफाइङ म्याचहरु यदि तपाईहरु आफ्नो एबिलिटी चेक गर्नु मन छ भने चाहिँ त्यो क्वालिफिकेसन म्याचहरुमा पार्टिसिपेट हुनु नेक्स्ट टाइम हैन अब हाम्रो अहिले किलर M12 दाइ जसरी नै जान्नु मन छ भने चाहिँ ई फुटबलले हाल्दिरा हुन्छ त्यो क्वालिफिकेसन म्याचहरु त्यसमा पार्टिसिपेट हुनु सबसे आफ्नो बेस्ट भन्दा बेस्ट दिनु हैन अनि ग्लोबल स्टेजमा रिप्रेजेन्ट हान्नु पर्छ कहाँबाट हेर्ने हो यो लाइभ उयो ई फुटबलको च्यानलमा आइराछ ई फुटबलकै अफिसियल च्यानलमा ई फुटबल च्याम्पियनशिप ओपन क्वालिफायर भन्दै हालिरा हुन्छ बेला जुनिनो यो नि ओपी छ अस्ति ई फुटबल मोबाइल ब्राजिल के रे बार्सिलोनाको इभेन्ट जित्ने यही हो है
It's true because Juninho is still focusing to the next match because even with the victory against Chonkara, he knows he's not already qualified to the knockouts. The last question, simple one, para você, qual é essa sensação de jogar o mundial a Japão com toda a família?
यो अफिसियल लाइभ चाहिँ ई फुटबलकै च्यानलमा आइराछ है केटाहरु
É uma sensação muito especial, né, poder representar
viewers are in the chat congratulating streamers and acting there.
E mandar abraço aí para todos que estão acompanhando no Brasil, né, que já é de madrugada lá, e só agradecer o apoio de todo mundo.
किलर को भइसक्यो र म्याच फर्स्ट गेम भइसक्यो यार फर्स्ट गेम हामीले 2-1 जित्यो उही केटासँग यो थाइल्यान्डको केटासँग अब बाँकी छ सेकेन्ड र थर्ड अब थर्ड गेम चाहिँ योसँग छ जुनिनोसँग अब सेकेन्ड गेम चाहिँ अब आमारा भन्नेसँग छ सायद पर्दै होला प्राइज कति हो र विनरलाई $20,000 सकियो हाम्रो फर्स्ट गेम चाहिँ सकियो फर्स्ट गेम हामीले जित्यो 2-1 अब सेकेन्ड गेम हुँदैछ सायद नेक्स्ट गेम नेक्स्ट हुन्छ कि उयो JXMKT भन्नेसँग परेको थियो अघि 2-1 जित्यो हामीले हाम्रो किलर M12 दाइले ओपी हान्नु भयो यार फर्स्ट गेम कमब्याक आमामा यो डेनिस बटनले त के हो क्रेजी हान्दैछ 6 पोइन्ट अनि 8 गोल हानेको 7 को गोल डिफरेन्स 1 गोल खायो हैन गु गेमिङ र डेनिस बटनको म्याच चाहिँ मजा आउने भयो ल ग्रुप सी मा र ग्रुप डी को हाम्रो किलर M12 दाइको 3 पोइन्ट छ फर्स्ट गेम जित्यो हामीले सेकेन्ड गेम भएको छैन सेकेन्ड गेम हाम्रो कोसँग ओए हारेछ यार सेकेन्ड गेम हारेछ हामी आमारासँग हारेछ यार 1-0 देखाइरहेछ त
I'm really looking forward to the next matches, seeing if maybe Den.
So best of luck with all our.
अब थर्ड गेम बाँकी छ यार जुनिनोसँग कति दिनको हो लिग रे आज र भोलि हो आज ग्रुप स्टेज म्याच भोलि फाइनल्स ल म्यान सिट भयो नि त सेकेन्ड गेम चाहिँ हारेछ यार अब थर्ड गेम जुनिनोसँग छ जुनिनोलाई जित्नै पर्छ यार किनभने जुनिनोको 4 पोइन्ट छ हाम्रो 3 पोइन्ट सेमी छिर्नलाई त हामीले त जित्नै पर्छ जसरी तर केही छैन यतिको यो ग्लोबल स्टेजमा रिप्रेजेन्ट हान्ने ठुलो कुरा हो सबभन्दा मेन चाहिँ हैन नेपाललाई रिप्रेजेन्ट हान्नु अहिलेसम्म कसैले हानेको छैन नि त हाम्रो किलर M12 दाइले हान्दिनु भयो नि त फर्स्ट सही हो त्यसको लागि चाहिँ हैन सल्युट छ अब क्वालिफाई भइसकेछ
Now definitely he needs to score
अब
like
लास्ट
7,
थर्ड
8
गेम ब्याकै
games
हुनुपर्ने हो
last night
खासमा
versus Pasha, but that seems to be impossible. But you know, nowadays nothing is impossible in this kind of competition. In the Group D, KillerM12, Youssef Amara,
Go Gaming,
and Juninho will fight for those two
Juninho eFootball, Amara,
in this Group D, and
चारजना ग्रुप सी र डी बाट क्वालिफाई
I'm 100% sure it's plenty of drama because most likely having
आमारासँग ड्र भएको भए चाहिँ हाम्रो पनि चान्स हुने रहेछ
definitely will be so intense.
ठीक छ
So intense indeed.
Sorry, I was wrong. It's Chonkata facing Youssef Amara and Juninho.
ब्रो आजकलको हारको नि
Which match would you rather?
हजुर मैले बुझेन यार
Those kind of 3 players vying for 2 spots. Would you rather play someone that you know you have a chance to leapfrog, or would you rather play someone that you think, you know what?
I mean,
you have nothing to play for anymore. You know, which one would you rather have?
सेकेन्ड गेम चाहिँ हारेछ हामी आमारासँग अब लास्ट म्याच भइछ हाम्रो जुनिनोसँग
the knockouts, and I don't know if Chonkata now, which is out of the competition, will bring us the best version of themselves. Now they have no pressure on himself, or basically is all completely out of the competition.
KillerM12 versus Junino.
So I mean, different to predict as every single game.
Go Gaming र डेनिस बटनेटको चाहिँ हेर्नु मन लागिरहेको थियो
for this round of matches. You also saw the predictions there between Chonkata and
professional
good to get a good look at Youssef Amara as well, our Tunisian representative here.
दाइको गेम नदेखाउने रहेछ अर्को गेम पनि
This is our last round of games.
Right, eh?
एकैतालमा 1 2 3 4 वटा गेम हुन लागेछ
So far in football mobile, they have no pressure on himself, or basically is all completely out.
अब हाम्रो KillerM12 भर्सेस जुनिनो भइहाल्यो हैन जुनिनोलाई त हराउनै पर्छ जसरी नत्र त हामी क्वालिफाई हुँदैन कि हामी उयो डिस्क्वालिफाई भइसक्यो के हो के डिस्क्वालिफाई रे यो टेलिकास्टै गर्दैन जस्तो लाग्यो जेएक्स के यो थाइल्यान्डको र यो आमाराको देखाइरहेछ
Chonkata against Youssef Amara.
And here we go with the kickoff. Is Chonkata trying to, you know, to have a solid end of the competition when now the counter is Ferran Torres, is Youssef Amara, Ferran inside the ball, the pass back, Petri! And a save. Great save by Marc-André ter Stegen. It seems predictable, that pass back. And almost in. With all the 4 games simultaneously running up forward, we see Juninho leading 1-0 over KillerM12. That will put him virtually qualified to the knockouts.
Look at this from
to the post. So unlucky. That outside cooler by Robert Lewandowski. And Chonkata, which for the moment so far is not having the right, you know, timing. Lucky at the end of the day is all about to be having your day, let's say.
Well, one thing Youssef Amara will enjoy hearing, if he's not of course too locked in, is the fact that there is a goal, as you said, in that other match, because he is jointly contesting this kind of Group D situation, isn't he, Youssef Amara? Still in contention towards the top, and it's very important, despite Chonkata being mathematically eliminated, to keep him at bay and get your own business done here. As Dani Olmo for Chonkata can start to pour forward. Rafinha with some step overs, this time dispossessed.
When we see Pasha, the young Ukrainians leading 2-1 over Nico Priamashvili, forcing Go Games to beat Dennis Bernard. Still a lot of action, a lot to be decided in this last round of Group C and D on mobile. And we see now Chonkata with the cross, Pedri looking for Lewandowski. And with the clear, Youssef Amara. breathing a little bit with that pressure that Chonkata is putting it over him right now.
Chonkata really starting to suffocate now. Nice double touch as well. That one though, not on target, but very, very close. As we do see a half-time scoreline over in Group C. Pasha and Apriya Mashvili.
We got the equalizer of KillerM12, Harry. 1-1, that game running aside where Juninho won, KillerM12 won. Still open that Group D as well. Unbelievable. No one is dominating so far the groups.
10 minutes until half-time. Frankie de Jong now for Yusuf Amara starting to move forward as
1v1 भयो रे दामी कसको
But he's dispossessed on his way through. 5 minutes until the interval. That's a really nice pass from Chonkata here with Pedri and Rafinha.
What a block.
यो चाहिँ एक्सएम केटीको भाग्यमै छैन जस्तो छ आज त ल केटीले ट्राई चाहिँ हानेको हानेछ
maybe rushing too much Yusuf Amara completely
फेरि अर्को हाने अब चाहिँ हाने ल
can't catch the ball. Chonkata getting closer but not enough. When we go a 1v1, it's Goo Game.
Dennis versus Goo Gaming. Goo Gaming ले हान्यो 1-0. ओपी भइरहेछ यिनीहरुको
What a way.
एकैतालमा 4 वटा गेम भइरहेछ ग्रुप सी र ग्रुप डी.
To qualify. Wow, what a momentum.
Lovely 1-2 yeah.
This could be a very, very big goal.
Wayland.
For Goo.
Look at that, Rasmus Holland with that cheeky drill.
1-1 भयो रे दामी जुनिनोसँग.
Of Marc-André ter Stegen.
KillerM12 र जुनिनो 1-1 भइराको.
When we move on to the game, Chonkata versus Yusuf Amara. We're starting the second half 0-0. No goal so far.
खोइ त देखाएन त यहाँनिर त नि.
Well, that is a big goal. I'm glad we got to see it, Alex, over in that other game. Of course, Goo, don't forget, last year was the representative of Inter, made it all the
1-1 भनेपछि त हाम्रो 4 पोइन्ट भएन 4 पोइन्ट जुनिनोको 5 पोइन्ट जुनिनो क्वालिफाई भयो है डाइरेक्ट अब यो गेममा लमा यो गेममा जेएक्सएम केटीले जित्यो भने त अनि आमारा र हाम्रो 4-4 पोइन्ट हुन्छ हाम्रो KillerM12 दाइको गोल डिफरेन्स कसको धेरै छ 1-1 भनेपछि हामीले 3 गोल हाने हाम्रो त 0 छ यार गोल डिफरेन्स चाहिँ अनि ए त्यही पनि हान्दिहाल्यो नि सपना त आमारालाई नि ड्र हाने भए हामी छिर्थ्यो क्या जसरी नि क्वाली उदेशमा Not ठीक छ तर
the goal that puts Yusuf Amara now into kind of unknown territory. He doesn't know where he stands within the group.
अनि किन नदेखाएको जुनिनो र हाम्रो KillerM12 को म्याच यार 1-1 भयो भन्दै छ
sprinting of action 30 minutes remaining in both of the games. Harry, anything can happen.
फर्स्ट गेम मात्रै देखायो क्या हाम्रो KillerM12 दाइको चाहिँ
Thanks to that goal we saw just before half time. 1 to the good against the current group leader.
Man, Goo Gaming ले हान्दिरहेछ यार डेनिसलाई त्यही माथि पुरा कन्ट्रोल हानिरहेछ पछि डियालो डोर्गो डियालो फेरि 1-2 नाइस थियो
Basically he's the only one in this competition. We got the equalizer as well before to announce 2-2.
ल अब देखाउँछ है
KillerM12 and Juninho.
जुनिनोसँग के भइरहेछ खै हेरौँ न यार
Wow, everything is so tight.
एक लट टेबल हेर्दियौँ
Potentially a goal of Killer or Juninho will put them
के भइरहेछ
through the next round. So we'll see.
इन खतरा हो यार गु गेमर नामै गु GU Goo Gaming.
We'll have a long through for Goo Games that so often is so important and most likely he will try to connect with the
दुईजना यी फुटबल मोबाइलको प्रोहरू उनीहरू चाहिँ भन्नाले बेस्ट अफ द बेस्टहरू यो दुईजना चाहिँ सही परिरहेको रहेछ 1-0 भइरहेछ गार्सिया फर्नान्ड Dalot.
Oh, just over 20 minutes left.
Diallo.
Currently in control. That's a nice ball, but Diallo just can't get his balance back.
Lewa.
We got an update at the end of the match. Juninho 2, KillerM12 2. So all the eyes as well on that Chonkata Josef Amara, because most likely Josef Amara cannot
Bernardलाई त खेल्नै दिएको रहेन रहेछ राम्ररी
that will be on benefit of
पुरा
Juninho and KillerM12.
Dalot. The chance.
Great to see the Nepalese player make it into the knockout stages. KillerM, what a day he's had today.
Araho.
For now, final 10 minutes
5-4-1 खेलिरहेछ केटोले
1-0 down.
Back 5. 2 भयो जस्तो सजाय गर्यो हो र किन नदेखाएको म्याच हामीले जुनिनोलाई जित्यो भन्दा हामी त क्वालिफाई हो नि त नि सिधै भन्नाले सेमी फाइनल कि क्वार्टर फाइनलमा क्वालिफाई हैन ल KillerM12 ले 2 हान्नु भयो भन्ने हल्ला छ कसरी थाहा पाएको है eFootball ले हालिरा हो वेबसाइटमा लाइभमा त हाले छैन त
And as we cross over into the 90th minute, Gu still has the ball.
We got the equalizer of Josef Amara over Chonkata, but let's keep it at the end of this match between
भनिरहेछ त सुन्ने हैन मैले त सुनेकै छैन मैले यतिकै खेलिरा होला गु गेमिङले जिते खोइ अब देखाउँछ होला नि त ल हेर्दिम ल जुनिनो भर्सेस KillerM12 चाहियो हामीलाई एकछिनको लागि कमेन्ट्री सुनेको छैन मैले यतिकै हेरिरा हो मैले त खोइ जित्यो हामीले खोइ देखाउँदैन त खोइ
processing exactly what's happening within the groups after those set of results. I mean, until we make it official, anyone could.
Basically,
no, Josef Amara has draw at the end against Chomkata. The victory of Gugains against with a tie on points. Dennis, Gugains, and Pasha on 6. And the other hand, on Group D, the draw of Juninho against KillerM.
I think it's good for those two.
Let's see. Let's confirm the results later in. But it is crazy how drama is coming up in Group B, C, and D on eFootball mobile platform. You know, that's crazy. Let's
the Group B ko dekhauदैन यार.
The rest of the groups will be
drama भन्दैछ.
I mean, I don't know how you follow
this. La हेर्दिम न खै ल. त एक्साइटेड भइसके म.
Later on this afternoon Japan time, of course, wherever you are in the world.
टेबलै देखाउँदैन त खै.
That was just a difficult set of matches for me.
हाम्रो KillerM12 ले जितेको हल्ला छ है ल केटाहरु. जुनिनोलाई नै हराइदियो भन्यो भने त आम्बो
quickly your world finals can disappear. And your entire season can disappear from under your feet if you don't start the World Finals in a proper way. It can all be for nothing.
And especially him, as I was watching his competition last week, and I thought that mentally he was on the right timing on his career to perform and to do something else big.
But
he a competition with only 1 point, and I'm sure he's quite disappointed because such a player as him, he only comes for the victory, for becoming world champion, and
Nepali जित्यो.
Become world champion is not enough.
त्यही हेर्दिम भनेको यहाँ टेबल देखाउँदैन. Has Nepal qualified?
You know, and raise up next year to have more chances to become world champion.
My question to you, Alex, is after all the games
that playing the final
so far today on mobile, have you seen a standout player that
यहाँ पनि 1v1 सोधिरहेछ यार केटाहरुलाई.
Of course, Rentau, the reigning champion, not here this year. There is going
Nepal
to be
got out short of 1 point. 1 point out.
The crop that we have witnessed over the last 2, 3, 4 hours.
खोइ टेबल हेर्दिम न ए 1 पोइन्टले भएन टेबल हेर्दिम भनेको खोइ त
and to be honest I believe they won
1 पोइन्ट आउट भने त हामीले त क्वालिफाई जस्तै हो त्यो भने त हुनु त के गर्न यार अब तर ओपी हान्ने हाम्रो KillerM12 लाई है नेपाललाई नेपालको जो प्राइड बढाइदिनु भयो क्या हैन हामी अब क्वालिफाई नभए नि जो हुन्छ नि त्यो एकदम त्यो लेभल क्या दाइको अरा लेभलले दामी रहेछ यार खतरा यार जोस नेपाललाई रिप्रेजेन्ट हानेर यतिको यो स्टेजमा क्या वर्ल्ड स्टेजमा यतिको गर्नु भने चाहिँ ओपी यार टु ओपी
Definitely, I won't predict anymore on mobile. That's my point because, man, it's all against the odds in practically every game.
It really is.
Viewers in the chat are discussing an eFootball game mentioning teams like that.
Joining us here in Shibuya tomorrow as well. So if you feel nerves in any way,
खोइ त्यो टेबल चाहिँ हेर्दिम भने अब
देखाउँदै देखाउँदैन. It's going to be a different kind of atmosphere than behind closed doors where we're playing the group stages. That can only add to the nerves. So yeah, you had a good day one, but that doesn't guarantee you're going to have a good day two, as you rightly pointed out.
क्वालिफाई होला त्यसो भयो कि के हो रे खोइ टेबल हेरेपछि थाहा हुन्छ क्या टेबल अनि त्यो म्याचहरुको रिजल्ट हेरेपछि खोइ 1 पोइन्टले पुगेन भन्दैछ यहाँ केटाहरुले च्याटमा खोइ के भयो हेरौँ भनेको के भनिरा छ कमेन्टेटरहरुले मैले सुनेकै छैन के
offline this experience for players from everyone is such a big advantage.
हैन हारेन जिते नि यतिको लेभलमा रिप्रेजेन्ट हान्ने ठुलो कुरा हो के मेन एउटा चाहिँ टेबल चाहिँ हेर्दिम भनेको खोइ देखाउँदैन यो माका डक्सरले कति बोलेको
I certainly will be remembering it for some time, Alex. It has been a fantastic mobile group stages. I mean, we've seen so many players step up to the plate. And of course, we're still waiting to make things entirely official. We are waiting to hear the results of those sudden death extra time games from Group D. We saw the fantastic action from A and C and D. It's so tough to call at this point. You really just are not sure which way the entire tournament could go. It just depends on who will turn up tomorrow. As for today though, I've got to ask, we saw plenty of games. Is there one that really stands out in your mind? Because we saw plenty of goals, lots of games. I think there's one in my mind. I just want to know if you are aligned as I am on this one.
I think so. You can say it to the camera.
No, but I asked you.
I don't know. Plenty of games.
Draw boy,
also, even with that chaos of multi games happening at the same time, we were not maybe joining.
यो दुईटालाई मात्र कति देखाएको यार त्यही भने मलाई नि रिस उठिसक्यो म त्यहाँ भएको भए ढुङ्गा हान्दिन्थे कि यिनीहरू एकछिन एउटा टेबल हेर्दिउँ भनेको त्यो ड्रहरुको
I think I'm not aligned with you on the best games so far today.
हैन यिनीहरू बोल्दा हुन्छ कि तर साइडमा यसो टेबल सेबल दिएर प्लेयरलाई पो देखाउनु पर्छ यो दुईजना मात्रै क्या पछाडि ब्याक गयो भने नि यिनीहरू दुईजनै देखाउँछ क्या फेरि यो फुटबल च्याम्पियनशिप के भयो यसो रिजल्ट हेर्दिउँ भनेको के भन्दैछ यिनीहरूले मैले त यिनीहरू अघि सुन्दा वाक्क लगाएर अहिले सुनेकै छैन मैले त्यतिकै ठेडी घुसारेर राख्दैछु सुनेको चाहिँ छैन गफ हानिरा हो यिनीहरूले फास्ट नि गर्नु मिल्दैन क्या फेरि इङ्ग्लिस पनि कस्तो धोती जस्तो बोलेको हो अलि बुझ्ने गरी बोल्नु भएन के हो यो अहिले फुटबल च्याम्पियनशिप भइरहेछ होल फाइनल्स अनि हाम्रो KillerM12 दाइ हुनुहुन्छ नेपाललाई रिप्रेजेन्ट हान्नु भइरहेछ आज होल फाइनल्समा अनि त्यही हेरिरहेको हामीले अहिले दुईजनाले कमेन्ट्री हानिरहेछ म्याच भइरहेछ के भयो मिजु सेकेन्ड गेममा त निदाएछु रे सेकेन्ड गेम हामी आमारासँग हार्यो होइन 1-0 अनि थर्ड गेमको चाहिँ यहाँ देखाएकै छैन ड्र भयो भन्छ खै कति नै खै यहाँ रिजल्ट हेर्दिउँ भनेको देखाउँदैन यो दुईजना मात्रै बोले गर्छ जुनिनोसँग ड्र हान्नु भने त आम्बो गेम भइसक्यो फर्स्ट गेम जित्यो फर्स्ट गेम 2-1 ले जित्यो हामीले थाइल्यान्डको केटालाई अनि सेकेन्ड गेममा चाहिँ 1-0 हार्यो थर्ड गेम भइरहेको थियो खो यहाँ रिजल्टै देखाएको छैन यदि थर्ड गेम जित्या भए अथवा जित्या भए हामी क्वालिफाई हुन्थ्यो क्या ड्र भयो भन्छ थर्ड गेम त त्यो पिएस नेपोलियनकोहरूले थर्ड गेम ड्र भयो भनेपछि हाम्रो 4 पोइन्ट जुनिनोको 5 पोइन्ट भइहाल्यो त्यो जुनिनो क्वालिफाई भइहाल्यो अमाराको के भयो अब अमाराको रिजल्ट के भयो ला म्यान त्यस भए हामी क्वालिफाई भएन होला सायद त्यस भए नेपाल नि छ यार हाम्रो नेपालको एउटा किलर M12 दाइ रजत बुढा थोकी पिएस नेपोलियन ग्रुपको एडमिन उहाँले रिप्रेजेन्ट हान्दै हुनुहुन्छ नेपाललाई आमामै कति नन गफ हाने हो यो दुईजनाले रिजल्ट हेरिदिउँ न हो यसो आउट हो कि के हो आउट हो कि क्या हो रे त्यही हेरिदिउँ भनेको अब देखाउँछ कहाँ गु गेमिङ देखाइरहेछ 3-2 भयो रे ल म्यान 3-2 जुनिनोसँग 3-2आमा गु गेमिङले हराइदियो यार डेनिस बर्नार्डलाई सही हो ओपी चाहिँ मान्छे तिन-दुई भयो भने चाहिँ नहार्यो त्यसपछि हामी 3 पोइन्ट हाम्रो आउट भएको हो र अब त्यस्तै भनौँ ओभर बेसी नाटक हुँदो रहेछ यो कत्रो टाइम लाग्यो बिहानबाट हेरेर त्यही भने दाइको गेम एउटा मात्रै गेम हेर्नु पायो क्या हामीले दाइलाई सपोर्ट गर्न आएको त्यही माथि यिनीहरू के हो कि के हो यिनीहरू यस्तै हो जापानिज थाइल्यान्डहरू कहाँबाट हो हेर्ने यो eFootballको अफिसियल पेजमा आइरहेछ अफिसियल त्यसमा नेपालले चाहिँ हान्दियो 3 हान्यो हामीले सही हो ल जुनिनोलाई 3 हान्यो भनेपछि त नि हाम्रो त कति 6 पोइन्ट भएन त नि जुनिनोको 4 पोइन्ट हामी क्वालिफाई हुनु पर्यो त्यस भए दाइसँगै स्कुल पढेको यार जोस खुसी लाग्यो दाइलाई यहाँसम्म देख्छ अरे हो र हाम्रो पुजन मिजु र हामी सँगै स्कुल पढ्यो हो ओए हाम्रो त्यो न्युजै आएन ओए बान्द्रे च्याटमा हो बान्द्रे मिजु च्याटमा हो हाम्रो किलर M12 दाइको पठाउनु त के छ न्युज यसो पठाउनु न जित्या हो कि हार्यो हामीले थर्ड गेम ड्र भएको हो कि के हो जित्यो भन्दैछ खुसी लाग्यो यार 3-2 भयो भन्दै हुनुहुन्छ सूर्योदय हो त यार मनी रे सूर्योदय कहाँ म सूर्योदय स्कुल होइन नि यार किलर दाई सूर्योदय पढेको होइन दमकको ए हाम्रो किलर M12 दाई भन्नुभयो किलर M12 दाइसँग सँगै पढ्नु भएको अनि दाइले रिप्रेजेन्ट हान्दै हुनुहुन्छ सपोर्ट हान्नु पऱ्यो है केटाहरू ल यत्तिको चाहिँ हुनु पऱ्यो है त कति ढिलो हो यो त्यही भनेको म्यान गेम त सब सकिसक्यो त्यो रिजल्ट मात्रै हेरिदिउँ भने टेबल नेपाल टपमा टिपीमा
And then also we have Lana-san from working as a translator too. First of all, a big congratulations.
Yeah, Amara pa hai ta
How do you feel about this beautiful situation, making your way into the knockout stage?
ग्रुप डी ले जितिसक्यो हो त्यो उतेलाई फेरि त्यो थाइल्यान्डको केटालाई योसँग हार्यो हामी सेकेन्ड गेम
It was
1-0.
really a very tough competition, but I was really glad to be here and I gave it my best shot.
Now, thank you, Stefan. Tell me what it means representing your country.
Bro, PUBG tournament चाहिँ हेर्छौ रे PUBG त हेर्दैन यार
How is that?
eFootball only हैन यो MG खतरा खेल्छ के हो रे खतरै खेल्छ यसले सबैजना प्रोहरू हो यिनीहरू खतरा नखेल्ने भए त्यो ठाउँमा पुग्दैन नि सबजना ओपीहरू हो के सब खतरा खतरा के भयो जित्यौँ कि के हो रे फर्स्ट गेम जित्यो 2-1 सेकेन्ड गेम योसँग हार्यो 1-0 त्यो थर्ड गेमको चाहिँ न्युजै आएको छैन क्या खोइ देखाउँदै देखाएन लाइभमै 3-2 ले जित्यो भन्दैछ केटाहरूले खोइ के हो यो चाहिँ क्वालिफाई भयो यार नयाँ सेमी फाइनल
ولهم مستوى عالي جدا ولكن لا توجد بطولات رسمية يعني في تونس
Okay, I think he's a little bit nervous, but he's saying that there's not a lot of official competitions in Tunisia.
त्यो अफिसियल नै किन हाल्नु मिल्दैन त्यस्तो रे खोइमा यिनीहरूले किन नदेखाएको रिजल्ट
comments coming from Tunisia, but there's a lot of comments out there that I wish I could understand in Arabic too. I wish you all the best. Maybe one last question.
गेमहरु चाहिँ सब सकिसक्यो एबीसी ग्रुप 3-4वटै ग्रुपको गेम सकिसक्यो त्यो रिजल्ट र टेबल हेरेर इन हान्दिम भनेको खोइ त भोलि हो फाइनल चाहिँ देखाउँदै के भनिरहेछ यसले मैले सुनेको छैन कमेन्ट्री
Well, the best of luck then. Our guy from Tunisia, Youssef Amara, thank you very much and good luck tomorrow. Lots of respect for Lana-san too then. Thank you very much, Lana-san. All right then, let's have our results.
हावा गफ गरिरहेछ हो हाम्रो KillerM12 दाइको नि अघि आउनु भएको थियो दाइले इङ्ग्लिस सही बोल्नु भइरहेको थियो ओपी पारम आई एम एक्साइटेड बेस्ट अफ लक यस्तै डेनिस ग्रुप सीबाट डेनिस र गु गेमिङ छिर्यो होइन क्वालिफाइड 6 पोइन्ट 8 गोल हानेको 2 गोल खायो भनेपछि 6 को गोल डिफरेन्स 5 गोल हाने 3 गोल खायो भने 2 ए होइन 5-2 खायो आमा -10 छ त गोल डिफरेन्स त अनि 10 गोल खाइसक्यो यो आप्रियाम सिबिडी भन्ने ल ग्रुप डी हेरौँ त ग्रुप डी ओ 2-2 भएछ यार जुनिनोसँग थर्ड गेम 2-2 भएछ सेकेन्ड गेम हामी 1-0 हारिहाल्यो त्यही हो जुनिनो र आमारा चाहिँ क्वालिफाई भएछ हामी त्यो अनलकीले हामी चाहिँ सेलेक्ट हुन सकेन यसपालि त्यही पनि ठिक छ केही छैन हाम्रो 4 पोइन्ट उनीहरूको एक पोइन्टले हामी 1 पोइन्टले हो क्या 1 पोइन्टले क्वालिफाई हुन नसके त्यही हो अब यतिको स्टेजमा ग्लोबल स्टेजमा रिप्रेजेन्ट हान्ने ठुलो कुरा हो क्या मेन भनेको चाहिँ वर्ल्ड वाइड अब हाम्रो नेपालीहरू पनि छ है भने प्रो होइन त्यो एउटा नाम राखिदिनु भयो हाम्रो रजत बुढा थोकिदा एके KillerM12 दाइले त्यसमा चाहिँ सबले होइन ओइ के हो अब के हो जिजी त ओपी जिजी हान्यो भने फर्स्ट गेममा इन्सेन कमब्याक जुनिनो भने खतरा हो क्या होइन त्योसँग 2-2 ड्र होइन इन्सेन हो भने यार गेम प्ले त हाम्रो त ओभर क्रेजी खेल्नु भयो दाइले सही हो सही स्ट्रेट फ्रम द पिच आर यु रेडी फर एक्सन ल अब आजलाई त यति अब 1 गोलले गरे रहेछ बडी भएर त्यसको त्यस्तो नि हो स्ट्रेट अब चाहिँ कन्सोलको म्याच हुँदैछ कन्सोलको चाहिँ म नहान्नु मलाई कन्सोलको चाहिँ कि को अप हो होइन त्यो 2 जना टपको 2 जना सेलेक्ट हुने हो क्या यो स्पोर्ट कुन देशमा हो रे यो टोकियोमा भइरहेको अहिले यो होल फाइनल्स चाहिँ ल अब क्वालिफाई हुनेहरू एसबीजीजी दाइकी भन्ने जापानको दिङ भन्ने चाइना आनास हाम्रो आनास A10 ओपी छ डेनिस बर्नाट र अनि के हो यो eFootball च्याम्पियनसिप 2025 होल फाइनल्स जे होस् हामी चाहिँ हामीले यो ठाउँमा रिप्रेजेन्ट हान्यो नेपाललाई हैन अहिलेसम्म कसैले हानेको थिएन हाम्रो KillerM12 दाइ रजत बुढा थोकी दाइले हान्दिनु भयो हैन त्यसको लागि चाहिँ सबले तपाईहरुले ओपी अन च्याट हान्दिनु KillerM12 ओपी अन च्याट अलिकतिले पुगेन स्ट्रेट फ्रम द प्लिज आर यु रेडी फ्रम एक्सन अब त्यही हो भोलि हुन्छ फाइनल्स गेमहरु चाहिँ भोलि अब के हान्नु अब हाम्रो नेपाली दाइहरु हुनुहुन्न नत्र फेरि वा चलङ हान्नु हुन्थ्यो हामी 1 पोइन्टले जानु पाएन के ग्रुप डी 4 पोइन्ट 5 त्यो किलर ब्रोको के भएको र KillerM12 ब्रोको ग्रुप डी मा हामी जे होस् क्वालिफाई चाहिँ हुन सकेन फर्स्ट गेम जित्यो 2-1 सेकेन्ड गेम 1-0 हार्यो थर्ड गेम 2-2 ड्र भयो 1 पोइन्टले हामी क्वालिफाई हुन सकेन जे होस् रिप्रेजेन्ट हानिनु भयो नेपाललाई ग्लोबल स्टेजमा त्यसमा चाहिँ हामीले अब ल अब आजलाई यति है केटाहरु ल अब कन्सोलको हुँदैछ गेम कन्सोलको चाहिँ म हान्दिन लाइभ बुथ्यो एक गेम हान्ने भने कोअप 12:30 भइसक्यो ल एक गेम हान्दिम है एक गेम कोअप अनि इन्ड है अब आजलाई ल हान्दिम ल केटाहरु ल हाम्रो थ्याङ्क्स हाम्रो अनिस मिजुलाई 50 रुपैयाँ इसेवा हान्दिनु भएकोमा एक गेम कोअप हान्दिम अनि गइदिम है हिँड हान्दिम आज नाइट बर्डको नाम फेरेछ त आम्बो 12:30 भइसकेछ त यस्तो लो उदेशमा स्ट्रिम हानिरहेछ केटाहरुले भन्नु पर्दैन नि अघि लो लाइटमा हानिरहेछ यो इंग्लिश चाहिँ कसको हो रे अब आफै गेस हान ओ 50 कोइन आइटम सेलिङ नि ल कोलाई कोअप हान्नु मन छ आउनु है ल आजलाई अब इन्ड हान्नु लास्ट गेममा इन्ड हान्नु ल जोइन हान्नुमै केटाहरु ल इन्भाइट मी प्लिज दाइ रे ल अरु जोइन हान्नु है ल कसलाई खेल्नु मन छ जसले पनि खेल्नु पाउन सक्नुहुन्छ अनि आज इन्ड हान्दिम यतिकै ल खै इन्भाइट हान्नुमा कसलाई हान्नुम इन्भाइट अरु कसलाई हान्नुम इन्भाइट डेमा अलि हुँदैन के मान्छेहरु राति हान्नुपर्छ कोअप हानुम झ्याम कि झ्याम रे अहिले अंकमा आउँदा मिलाउनु पर्छ काने चोर काने चोर ल दुईटा स्लट खाली छ है ल 2v2 हान्ने हो हैन 3v3 हानौं न मजा आउँछ के 3v3 लास्ट 3v3 हानेर इन हान्दिम भने 2v2 मा त टक्कर पर्छ कि हैन कोही खेल्नु मन छ भने जोइन गर्न सक्नुहुन्छ है ल 2v2 ल भरे हान्नु पर्छ है ल भरेको भरे बेलुका हुन्छ लाइभ ल म्यान म त सुतेकै छैन अहिले पो याद आयो यार कसरी जोइन गर्ने यो कोड हान्नु अनि जोइन गर्ने हो कोड हानेर जोइन गर्ने भरे आउनु न प्रवीण श्रेष्ठ मिजु भरे नि हुन्छ लाइभ कोअप लाइभ ना कोड अहिले त स्टार्ट भइसक्यो यार यो लास्ट गेम हो यार मेरो नेट चाहिँ स्लो छ अरे के हुन्न हान्दिम चल्छ नेट गयो चल्दै चलेन के चाल्नु बेलुका कति बजे लाइभ आउनुहुन्छ बेलुका 10 बजे लाइभ हुन्छ हाम्रो जहिले ल दोष मिलाउ एक गेम हालेर गइदि सुतिहाल्नु पर्यो यार सुतेको छैन हिजोदेखि स्टार्ट ए ल स्टार्ट खोइ ल चल्दैन त्यो त अच्छा ओए हान यार हानेन बान्द्रीले हानेन है दोस्त बचाऊ That कस्तो पास बिग्रेको हो त यो That Bro नेपाली इलिमेन्ट भएको हो अरे यार हाम्रो फर्स्ट गेम 2-1 भयो सेकेन्ड गेम 1-0 अनि थर्ड गेम 2-2 भयो जे होस् 1 पोइन्टले हामी क्वालिफाई हुन सकेन तर त्यतिको गर्नु भने चाहिँ एकदम बिग कुरा हो के हाम्रो नेपाली ई फुटबल सिनमा चाहिँ यार नेपाललाई त्यत्रो ग्लोबली रिप्रेजेन्ट हान्नु भनेको चाहिँ 1v1 anyone कसैलाई 1v1 खेल्न मन छ भने जोइन गर्न सक्नुहुन्छ है यो मिजुसँग हावा जस्तै मलाई आना दोस्त आना खाए गोल ल फेरि भेट्यो चिलम्यान 099 सँग कोही 1v1 खेल्नुहुन्छ भने सक्नुहुन्छ है खेल्न ल जित्यो ए बान्द्रेलाई जिताइदिउँ दोस्त तिमी च्याटमा हो कस्तो भारी हो यो खै कसको नेट ल्याग भइरहेछ क्या हैन तिम्रो यो फर्मेसन उतै रहेछ दोस्त अलि मिसम्याच टाइपको तिमीलाई मात्रै खेल्न सक्ने खालको रहेछ है फर्मेसन मेरो आमै नि बान्द्रेले ओपी खेलिरहेछ त यार आज के कस्तो खेल्दै हो बान्द्रे किलर M12 दाइबाट इन्स्पायर भयो क्या हाम्रो बान्द्रे कसको नेट ल्याग भइरहेछ That Anya. That कस्तो भारी भएको यो नेट ल्याग भएर आँखेभरि उनको ल ओपी ओपी अनच्याट बान्द्रे किलर एम बान्द्रे त अनि के हो त तैँले त अनि किलर सर्ट हानेर जित्यो त बान्द्रे यार ल ल केटाहरु भरे हान्नुपर्छ लाइभ है भरे कोअप हान्नुपर्छ अब ल है त ल यो सबले किलर M12 ओपी अन च्याट भनेर नेपालको फ्ल्याग फ्ल्याग टक 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 हानेर हैन इन्ड हान्दिम है ल हाम्रो किलर M12 ले आज लभली हैन अति बबाल पारम खेल्नु भयो ओपी ल किलर M12 ओपी अन च्याट हान्दिनु सबले सन्जे ओपी अन च्याट रे आफ्नो नाम हानिरहेछ केटाहरुले ग्रुप स्टेज स्ट्रिमिङ क्याम्पेन पनि आरे चाहिँ 1000 eFootball पोइन्ट पाउनुहुन्छ है जोइन हान्न सक्नुहुन्छ ल किलर M12 ओपी अन च्याट सबले है ल केटाहरु आजलाई यति नै भरेतिर हान्नुपर्छ ल है त माया छ है सबलाई इन्डै हुँदैन त यो त